I'm waiting for Keanu. All I'm doing is waiting for Keanu because I can start.
What are you waiting for Keanu for? Keanu never does anything. You just walk right out of the thing.
Isn't that exciting? Okay, we're gonna do it. Whee! 1, 2, and bing, 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 bing.
Keanu Thompson. Keanu!
The host, a stand-up comic, is wearing glittery devil horns.
One is just so untoward.
That's hard to do. I'm going to create the energy with my dancing. Very. Love it. Can't get enough. We can't, Michaeline. Look.
Just waiting for this vodka to kick in.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Just catching up with a good book, Joseph Murphy. Power with the Subconscious Mind. But I'd like to give you this little mind that leaves you unconscious, especially when she's convincing Bob to watch the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. Tennessee Thompson, everyone.
How dare you? How dare you? Welcome, welcome.
I thought there was.
Can you see us? Can you hear us? Can you feel us? How are you, Eugene?
I'm fantastic. Had a great what I do today? Got up. I bothered some of the neighbors. We were very, more neighbors talking politics because everyone here in New York is blue. Oh no, they're all normal. They're red. Got some little workout in and did my show with Loads. Hanging out with you now.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we have a rabble rousing.
Got a little something.
Okay, yeah. Listen. I will never. You know me.
Little dust. Did a little dusting.
Eugene.
Wait, are you talking? Sorry. What? You
That
asked me what I
was
did
a
today.
nice thing to reveal that I just revealed.
She asked me what we did today.
Well, you don't have to say every thought that comes to your brain, Eugene.
Oh, it didn't come to my brain. See what I did there?
God, I'm funny.
We're culture. Have a little one. I love that bit.
Stupid. I won't apologize for being late because if you know me here, Madonna is never less than 3 hours late. And I am just like Madonna because I have a name like Keanu that doesn't even need a last name. Yes. All right. I was spending some time with my husband before the stream. Yes.
It's me.
Yeah.
Hi.
Before the stream. And I'm always late anyway.
Didn't take long for the stream, though, did it?
No.
It's vulgar.
No, it didn't.
It's vulgar.
That was so vulgar.
What do you want me to
again. Do it again.
I'm still on my brain's in dick joke mode from doing Max Lowe's the show with Pete today. I'm sorry.
I just want you to say it again.
What? The stream came quickly? The stream ended quickly. I'm sorry.
It was so good. Thank you so much.
By the way, I predicted this. No one's going to care in this stream. Not like it's a major prediction, but the Phillies couldn't score dick the last 3 games. And anyone that knows baseball, like they break out. They lost 1-0, 1-0, and 2-1. 1-0, 2-0, and 2-1. And I'm like, they're going to score 80 runs. They're up 11-0 in the 4th inning. Against who, baby?
Braves?
Against whom?
Why don't you leave my Braves alone? Why can't you let me
because
like
they couldn't
my Braves?
beat the Mets for me. That's why.
My Braves. My dad did the fireworks for the Braves for many, many years.
We've been.
My grandpa invented the exploding scoreboard.
You did.
So listen, I couldn't give 2 fucks about the Phillies.
Well,
I don't really even know too much about baseball from being, the
Phillies couldn't give 2 fucks about me the past 3 days. I'll tell you that.
And now
much.
they're winning. So good for you.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty excited about it.
You're rude. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we have a rabble-rousing episode. Just a rabble-rousing episode for you. We're trying to do this on Saturdays, right, Eugene?
Yes, we are.
But
so I can enjoy Carmix on Friday. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was watching Carmix before this, and I love him. He's just talking 5 minutes. Then he's I can't believe you never liked this guy. Then he just has 4 cigarettes, plays anime porn, and it's not porn, guy. He plays anime music, and then he has another cigarette. He drinks. He's great. Guy's great.
He's great. He's still
He's
so
alive.
fun
Let's see
to
what
watch.
he's doing. I'm just speaking.
We will. We will.
By the way, I'm gonna read a super chat he just got. Just to be clear,
just a comment because
just to be clear, Shmuel and Dixon fuckface quad while Crumbum watches. Like the guy's got a good show. I mean, I'm glad you're here.
wait, who?
That's just he got a $10 anonymous super chat, and it says, just to be clear, Shmuel and Dixon fuckface quad while Crumbum watches.
Wait, that's so you're watching another program while you're doing this with me?
I just was checking in because I was describing what he was doing, and I wanted to see if he was still on doing it.
Oh,
and,
it's Carmix.
Yeah, Carmix. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Who did you think I was talking about?
He's a real man. Yeah.
What's that?
He's a real man.
He's hilarious.
Exactly.
He's hilarious.
We love him.
And he likes his booze. And he's like, I got Coke in the house. I just don't feel like doing it. I'm like, you do it at your leisure, Carmix.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he's great. He's great.
God, he's so open and honest. We love him. We love the guy.
He said, God bless you. He can do no wrong. He can do. It was so genuine.
He's so genuine. Very genuine. We love the guy. So yeah, sorry for being late, but I'm not really sorry. Don't rush me. You can see me. You can hear me. You can feel me. You guys are the ills, hips, cats, pajamas, bees, knees. I know we say that at the end, but thank you for allowing us to be a little bit late. But yes, I would typically do this stream with Eugene on a Saturday night, but tomorrow I'm going to South Carolina.
Kakalaki.
South Carolina. And guess what happened to me today, Eugene?
Why don't you? Sorry about that. Oh, I know what. You got a little something from your husband.
Nope.
Oh, your flight was canceled.
He's gay, but he has a special connection to classical music. There's many things that are interesting about him.
There's many things that are interesting about him.
I wasn't right with that either.
He's gay. No. I'm going to South Carolina tomorrow, but of course, my flight was at 7:30 in the morning on American Airlines. And I just get a text. It's like, flight's been canceled. Stay tuned. Fuck you. What the fuck? Why do they do that to us? And it's American. I know all of the airlines fucking suck. But for Christ's sake, is it because they're mad at us about the pants debacle? Do you think? Do you think it was only my flight that was canceled, Eugene?
I doubt that. I do think it was only your flight that was canceled. But I doubt that was why. Actually, maybe it wasn't. Like, look, I'm a Delta guy. I'm very lucky to be a Delta guy, and they never seem to have that problem. When we fly out, we're doing a little 3-way action to Vegas to fucking Minneapolis. So we're like,
Minnesota.
Even though I have miles on United because I'm all out of my Delta miles, I got to start. I don't have enough. We're doing that. We're doing the 3-way direct. I've never had a problem with Delta. Knock wood.
Oh,
Knock
did
wood.
you? Minneapolis. You're right. That is Minnesota, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
See, the Minneapolis.
MSP people.
Well, then I had to, of course, I had to buy a new goddamn fucking flight for 5:30 tomorrow. So, whatever. On Delta.
Moses called in some favors. Excuse me. Gabe Hoffman called in some favors, Kiki. Never mess with the Jews.
Called in some favors.
Fucking Chatter wrote that.
Let's see who's here. First of all, Kiki bucks are in order.
Are they?
Yeah. Yes, Eugene. They're in order.
Why are we giving away the Kiki bucks? What have they done? What have they done thus far?
They don't, because they don't mean anything. It's just a way
and you shouldn't really be saying that either. That's not something we should be telling
It's
these
like,
people.
whose line is it anyway? The Kiki bucks don't really matter, but it's a way for me to tell you I love you. 1 trillion, and I'm going to say, I'm going to do something radical. 1 trillion and 1 Kiki. Gino.
Wrong button.
Why?
I mean, it worked, but wrong button.
1 trillion and 1 Kiki bucks for everyone here. And 8 Kiki coins.
Wow.
And a Kiki tax on Eugene for revealing that we made love early. How dare you? Get out. Just get out.
Are we supposed to send Merch the link for real?
No.
Oh.
I mean, if he wants it, we could talk to him. But yes, of course.
Did he
know,
text me? Tell him to text me if he wants. Tell him if he wants the link to text me for real. Go on, baby. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay. Well, of course, yes, we're going to get into all the goings on of the week. We got to talk about Toe. We got to talk about Toe.
You're going to talk about Toe. I'm going to talk about the other 3 idiots because I'm fucking nuts.
And then, of course, we're going to talk about the other 3 idiots. So we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. We're going to do it. Okay. Let's see. Push-ups. Thank you for the $2. Made the mistake of eating onion rings yesterday. Wow.
Little agita, little gassy, little heartburnery.
He got a little.
I made the mistake of eating half a box, half of the wing order that Bob Vanna Patrice sent us because I'm a PIG cow. Boy, it was so good, Bob. But the hot sauce went through the good guy. Thank you, Bob.
I ate one of them while Boltman was here. And then by the time everyone left, they were all gone. But they were delicious. Thank you, Bob.
And then I got pizza. And then I made the mistake of saying, yeah, I'll have a burger with you. I literally slept, woke up to eat the burger. That's never smart.
And
I would do it again, but it's never smart.
That's the other thing. Gino can't seem to remember. Listen, I know I'm a big candy gal or whatever, but I eat real food too. I don't really like pizza. It has to be a very specific kind of pizza. He always orders it, and then I begrudgingly ate a piece. So then I wanted to order McDonald's, and I did, and he slept through it. So I ate a surprise.
By the way, just so you know, because you are everything, including the producer, I got a text from one Mersh that just said, let me on, it'll be fun. So your call. What should I tell him?
Okay, well, tell him in just a little bit.
How soon?
Give me
It
okay.
should be like, what, 15?
20 minutes.
Okay. I'm on it, baby. I'm going to be like, we just got started. Let's say about 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Love it, baby. Back to you. I'm sorry. I'm not on, right?
No. Mark.
You know who's on? Fucking the Phillies. 11-0 they're on.
He goes back to you, and then he just keeps going.
The beauty of this game is they get
still going.
They get through the fifth inning, and then they could just call. But I think it stopped raining. All right, back to you, Pep. I'll text that message.
Really? Are you done for sure?
I'm not sure, but I think.
Visconti in a china shop. So yes, of course we're going to get to Toe. Of course we have to go over the reactions to Toe's. What shall we call it? Wild week. The hour that he spent in the clink. And what we feel and how I feel, how Gino feels, because it's not always the same. So we're going to get into it. So we're going to take a look at that. Mark, thank you for the $2. Mersh once on. Well, as you heard, we will definitely send him the link. JDNRHFH. $2. Mersh didn't get the link yet. Yes. We told him just 20 minutes, but thank you for the $2. How long till Mersh is on? For Christ's sake.
I said, come on in 20, and I just sent him the link.
Bob Fanny Patrice, thank you for the $4.99. That's a super sticker. We love you, Bob. And I'm sorry that we disagree about the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. Okay. But thank you for the wings yesterday. The one
so good. Chicken Insider wings, they're called, baby.
Chicken Insider. Ooh.
By the way, speaking of which, guess who put his chicken insider before we started?
I knew you were going to do it.
I mean,
I don't know why.
Everyone was saying it. They would have thought less of me had I not done it.
God, I'm funny.
I don't think they can think less of me. I don't.
I am just so funny.
When did this become Kiki's?
Love me.
This is Kiki's Playhouse.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Actually, that's a great. I should tell my wife that's a great name.
You should tell your wife that, weirdo.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling.
Doesn't work if you don't have feet to do a stupid dance.
Down.
It's not. Doesn't work.
Man child.
Okay.
Hey, I love when you get exasperated by me.
I'm not exasperated. You know.
He went, okay. Bob.
It's cool again. I might have to put shorts on. Hot again, I mean.
Put them on, Eugene. Just follow your
I mean, I'm
bliss.
not wearing pants right now.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is I might have to put shorts on.
Okay. You're going to be wearing.
Because my huge penis.
You're just so fun.
Although no one in the other room's complaining. Are we right, Gino?
It was a great 3 minutes I had with my wife.
It probably was.
It actually doesn't.
Probably was 3 minutes. I'm not gonna lie.
It actually doesn't even make sense that we were late because of it. Because we had plenty of time after.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It was probably 3. I got shit to do. I have
So
nothing
it was
to
a
do. I have
great
nothing to
3
do.
minutes we had
I know.
with me wife.
That's right. That's right. Knock yourself out. Go crazy, people.
All right, hang on. Bob Fana Patrice, thank you for the $4.99.
Woohoo!
Oopsie doopsie. Kiki, no pizza. You live in New York. That's like Gilligan not wanting fish. Okay, I get it. I'm like specific about it. And I like a Chicago, very not deep dish, very thin crust pizza. I like frozen pizza better than I like New York pizza. I like Joe's Pizza.
I gave her the Chicago deep dish a few minutes ago.
Are you gonna keep on with that?
It's like with Pete. It's like I'm doing the pink blanket stuff only with actual.
Golf for free for the rest of your life.
Won't stop.
I can't wait to move.
Won't stop. Can't stop.
I can't wait to drop you off at the Villages. It's gonna be great.
I can't wait to be dropped off of the Villages.
You're eligible. You are 56. So
What am I doing up?
I
What are
live-
we doing up here paying all these taxes?
actually,
Allegedly.
I-
YouTube terms of
I
service.
live there. The Villages, America's friendliest hometown. All right, so let's get to a little toe stuff before I guess Mersh is coming.
I gave him the link. He's welcome.
Okay. Is there anything else? So yes, thank you all for being here. We would normally do this Saturday, but I'm going to South Carolina tomorrow. So Untoward Tuesday will be with Michaeline in the flesh on Tuesday, and whatever pop-up stream I decide to do. So we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So, and this is what I found. As you know, Aaron Imholt, a friend of ours, spent less than an hour, but he still spent some time in the clink because if you don't know, which I'm sure you all do, there was what I guess they call it, a fuzzy violation on his probation before the.
I'll tell you something.
before
I
the-
violated someone's fuzzy a little earlier.
You're fuzzy. Your brain is fuzzy.
Come on, anyone? No. I violated someone's fuzzy.
Let me get this out of my brain, for Christ's sake.
Sorry, babe.
For the love of God.
I had to get that out of my brain. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be good.
Before this all happened, so I'm sure if you're here, you know. Before this all happened, of course, me and Gino wrote letters for him. He said it on the show. Or
Yeah, which in
whatever.
hindsight, if I can interject, they're like,
Are you
why
not- okay.
why would we listen to them, right? Sorry, baby, go.
Of course, we wrote letters for him. I started to have a bad feeling when our letters were all that you saw, however the people do it, the court people or the Kiwi Farm people or the Reddit people, they post everything that's like public online. So all that they had was Aaron's mom's letter. And his violation, if that's what it is, I guess, which I think that it is, if you're asking me honestly, I knew that it had something to do with that, in my opinion, that week those 3 days that we hosted for Aaron while he was on vacation, right?
Yeah.
So, and when Aaron texted, he's like, oh yeah, I don't think this violation, he's like, they're saying it happened when I was on vacation. And I went, number one, our letters aren't they didn't submit our letters. Number two, the wheels start turning and I'm going, I guess, if you're supposed to shut your mouth and not say Kayla or whatever, But then you tell us and you tell like Twitter, ask them what I can't answer. He definitely said to us, and I'm not shitting on him. It's just, I don't think he even knew. I think he had poor legal advice. You can't hurt my case by you guys talking about it. However, we're on his channel. So we didn't just like up and talk about it because just on a whim. He said to talk about it if we wanted to, if people ask questions. He tweeted out if people ask questions. But I guess you would think that, of course, it's still his channel. It still has Steeltoe Morning Show on it. Just
now, let me
because
ask
us
you
two
something. So
idiots
what?
are talking about it.
But so what, right?
Well, I would say that that's still a violation. Yeah.
No, I'll tell you what I think it is. In one sentence, it's more just legal bullshit. Because like these people just use the legal system. It's like every level. It's like what we deal with the government. It's like they're using our tax dollars to pursue a frivolous, ridiculous lawsuit.
Well, wait, Gino, because
I'm waiting.
You called it legal bullshit, but that's still the
Bullshit,
law.
bullshit.
Bullshit. Yes, but technically that's still it. Where Aaron faltered there is like we shouldn't have been talking about it either, because if that's where the violation is, it's 100% because we talked about it, because he said, and lean into it, answer the questions if they come, because I think he was, and I don't want to shit on his lawyer. I think that guy's a DUI lawyer, basically.
A what?
A DUI lawyer.
It seems like he's more just the D, drunk. Oh wait, D is driving. Never mind. Go.
You're going to give me a DUTI. How about that?
That's not bad.
With your awfulness. But I think he was given bad legal advice as well. So it sucks, but I do understand where this violation comes from. I totally do. Because just because it's not him saying her name, is it a violation if he says...
I don't think it should be, but what's it matter what I think?
I know it doesn't matter if it should be or not. Right. Of course, you're like saying it's all legal bullshit, but that's what the fucking law is. It's like, don't shut your mouth. Don't talk about this. So, yeah, we're on there, and I don't know whatever the other violations were, but I think Aaron's lawyer said something like, if you had anything that you had to worry about, I'd tell you. But there's a reason that they said, well, we need to look into this. So Aaron ends up spending what? Somebody said less than an hour in the clink. And of course, the fat onion shows up, and which is disturbing and whatever. And the worm with a mustache, Rekieta, shows up, and then they all celebrate. Yeah, well, he deserves to be there. Yeah. They deserve to be there, right? They're involved. And then, there's Kiwi farmers there, there's dabbleverse people there. And it doesn't go the way Aaron expected. And I think that, I get it. And I had a bad feeling about it the night before because our letters were not submitted.
How did you know they weren't submitted?
Because I watched things and they said Kiki and
that's where you fucked up. You watch things. I got you.
Right.
That's where it gets a little wonky. You're not going to get any.
I pay attention, and I said, I'm like, that gives me a fucking. I'm like that gives me pause. So, and then this violation thing came out or whatever. And I guess I agree that it could be. Even saying Rekieta's name, is it mentioning Kayla to say Nick? It could be. I mean, I think Aaron really... Okay, so we've been saying this the whole time. This is the point I really want to get to. We've been saying this the whole time. This is why we wrote the letters. He has been trying to do better and atone for his actions, and has always recognized, I should never have sent that picture. I should have never done that. I was a broken man trying to get some validation from my buddy, when the fact of the matter is it should have never been sent. The whole situation is all fucked up, but continued to try and he still would talk in a sense about her, or just because he also, like Rekieta, who also can't shut his mouth ever. he's a keyboard fucking warrior.
Why isn't Aaron trying to sue him for all this shit?
No one's suing anyone yet.
Why is you know what I mean? Pressing charges.
No one pressed charges.
Okay.
That's the thing. Kayla reported the crime in my whatever. Yeah. In my opinion, like, I think that she probably wanted nothing to do with it, do whatever, blah, blah, blah. But it is a crime. What Aaron should have, until his plea deal went through, should have absolutely shut his mouth. But, you know, we don't know the law. So when we have Aaron telling us we can talk about this, we should talk about it on his show, then we just go like, oh, okay, that's fine. But I get where the violation comes in. But
I get where the violation comes in as well. I mean, I get why they're saying, but again, you said it, like it takes 3 giant pieces of shit for this to get where it's gotten. Okay. And Nick is the biggest piece of shit.
Oh yeah.
Because he convinced Kayla, who's also a giant piece of shit, in my opinion, because she's the mother of these kids. She knowingly posed for this picture. And again, this is where this is where a lawyer uses, I'm telling you right now, all these people are trying to do is destroy Aaron, who's trying to be better. These 3 aren't.
Right.
These 3 are not. And the further they go down this road, the more they think they're winning. They're not. Like, we were watching the stream yesterday or 2 days ago when I kept texting Nick, I'm jerking off.
Well, wait. Let me get to that. Can I interrupt you for a second? I think April actually say she's actually out of there and fucking, so she is also trying to do better.
Now, is she out of there?
Well, as
is
far
she
as
trying to do better, or did someone fucking have to rein her in after she started changing her name to April Rakeda?
Right, yes.
Stop defending the pieces
I'm
of
not
shit.
defending. I'm saying the facts.
You're not saying the facts.
Yes,
You're saying I think.
I'm saying
say the
as
facts.
far as we know, okay?
That's not a fact then.
All right, okay. So let me
facts.
Let me finish. As far as we know, April's out of there, right? Because Rakeda, again, and I said this before, he had her fucking he taught her to do whippets, coke, Molly, all of this stuff. Fully admits it. Told her he was going to leave his wife for her. Made her feel bad when he would only go over there when Kayla would leave the house and make her go back to the side house. So now apparently she's out of it. So hopefully I can surmise she's trying to do better. Aaron,
now I would interrupt that to say one thing. I want to cover the April. So do you cover everything, or do we cover? I would think you cover each character.
Can I finish my thought?
Okay.
First? Aaron, to our knowledge, which is why we wrote these letters, and yes, to our knowledge, he probably was a little bit too excited and braggadocious about like, got a deal, only $50 when the ink wasn't signed yet. Okay. But I think in the last week before his sentencing, he sent us that letter that he was going to read at the court, right? Gino?
Yes. Yes,
and
he did.
It was when you talk about, if you watch that clip of his epiphany, I wholeheartedly believed it. And it was like, it's like, fuck. I think he knew, yeah, I shouldn't have been even, hinting at or talking about this. So I think he's in a place right now where he's actually like, it was a mind fuck for me. I really shouldn't have even had them talk about it. Not had us talk about it, but, been probably talking about Nick either, been talking about any of it. Because it was a beautifully written letter, and it seemed like he actually was like, okay, I'm not even gonna, gloat about wins stacking up or any of this, because we don't watch every single one of his shows, But it does make sense where the violations came from. And I think he fucking knows that now, obviously. But it did give me pause when I went, okay, he has a violation. Apparently, they're not going to read our letters or, submit our letters. It has to be because he said, ask them what you can't ask me. Because like Nick, he also wants to get his story out there, So it's actually sad for all of these freaks. And they've all made major fucking mistakes. But that's how I think about it. Your thoughts, Eugene?
I was saying, one, we know nothing about where April is. The last thing you know about April, what makes her a piece of shit, is You said it. You're like, well, Nick made her do whippets, and Nick did
taught her to do. Right.
What did Nick teach her?
Whippets, Coke, Molly. They were in a.
So you're saying that after
this is what he
watch this. So you're saying after the breakup, after after all the shit went down, after April moved away from this, because after April got as far as she could from this mess, he would go to her home at her parents or the new place she was staying and teach her to do it. Oh, what you're saying is because this stupid bitch April wouldn't leave because she lied about fucking domestic abuse and shit.
No. She was being lied to.
When's it my
she
turn?
was being lied to by Nick. Like, I'm gonna leave my wife.
Keanu.
For you.
Yes, but
that's
she.
not good.
No, Keanu, stop acting like
I'm
April.
not defending her.
You are when you say that because you're interrupting me when April's a grown woman who fucking, after her husband left, after she got arrested for cocaine, for drugs and guns with children. And again, not with her husband, fucking with someone else's husband while the wife was there. Right. And she didn't think to leave. And she stayed to learn how to do all those more drugs. There's nothing to defend there. That's what makes her a bad person. That does.
I'm not
What
defending.
makes Kayla a bad person is she knowingly posted the picture. She sent it to him. Was it revenge porn?
No, not
sure.
Sent. Gino, Aaron took
in
the
your
picture.
mind, do you
Gino,
only think
that's
Nick is
important? Gino, that's important.
What's important?
It wasn't sent. Aaron took the picture.
Right. She posed for it.
Right. You said that she sent the picture.
Okay.
Aaron
I did.
took
Thank
the
you. Okay. So
picture.
she knowingly posted a picture. Same thing.
Yeah.
She knowingly posted a picture. Anytime you fucking share nudes, and that is sharing a nude, fucking anyone that tells you, oh, I had no idea it could get shared, then you're naive. You're naive.
What they like to say is that she didn't know it was taken when we know.
Which is a lie.
Well, it was
which is another lie because they're all lying liars who lie. And the bigger lie there is not Nick. It's Kayla who goes along with it when she has 5 children she's trying to raise and they're getting dragged and their mother's nude picture is getting dragged through the courts and the husband is celebrating it like a win for the toe enemy. Did they give him an arch nemesis name yet?
Who? The toe enemy?
Yeah.
But
Blake, how about when we were watching? That's what you where you stopped me before. Remember, we're watching. That was the one part I wanted.
I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, they're watching,
So,
and in the corner you just see Nick with his hand. He's addled.
Oh,
And he
yeah.
thinks he's winning. He's sitting like, oh, we got him good. We went to fucking Minnesota for the thing. You're on drugs.
I guess
Your kids are fucked up. Go on, baby.
He has every right to be there, right?
He does. He
but
lives
Melton
there, right?
does it, right. But his best friend Melton, who also has revenge porned me, by the way, in my opinion,
And
just
shit
didn't-
on his
just
lover that he
right.
was in a normal whatever relationship with.
Right.
He gave her the nickname Megamind.
We were
Go
in
on.
a sexual and very romantic relationship for a long time.
Yeah, that seems like
That's healthy.
sexual in a very romantic relationship for a very long time.
That's healthy.
It's
Completely
so
normal
healthy,
shit.
So healthy. So yes. So they go. So this is gonna suck for Aaron because I think the weight of it is probably going like, fuck. I have to deal with this till October now. I couldn't have just shut my fucking mouth. I understand why it's hard, but he will, and this is what I genuinely think about Aaron. He'll take it like a man, own up to like, fuck. I think he was owning up to it before a week before the fucking thing. Do you know what I mean with that letter? Gino, do you know what I mean with that? Like, I think he was sort of going, I've had the wrong idea about this. And it was too little too late though. He needed to do that from the beginning.
We all need to do shit like that. I need to do
sure.
that from the beginning.
Sure.
And not just with, and more
Sure,
so
and
in
I-
my life than with these fucking people.
Sure. But so then also I just don't think, is it like such a funny, fun thing? Patrick Melton, the man that just posted nudes of me on a whim and then bitched that his stolen nudes. Bitch that his Twitter got taken down, right? That's Nick's best friend. That's not a good look. It's very hypocritical if you ask me. Melton, his fans pay him to fly there, which is mental illness. And then Kayla, Melton and a bunch of other freaking fat incels, they go to Stonies, Eugene. They go to
Where we
Stonies.
will be on July 26th.
And they go
I
to
think.
celebrate. They go to celebrate. Don't you think that's sort of odd?
No, I think that's fine. But again,
They go to Stonies to celebrate.
It's not
I thought
odd.
I thought it was like, oh,
It's part of the, if you ask me, it's part of the theater. It's part of the theater of it all because the dabbleverse isn't real. And again, this is a guy Melton, and God bless him. He's monetizing the dabbleverse, and it's a very, if you play it right, and no one's saying Melton's not good at it. And that's my problem. I look at things from a real life perspective.
No, but just in the matter of Kayla being so upset by this and the victim and everything, is it like a cause for celebration with a fat man from the internet to go to Stonies? I think that's a little bizarre. Of
It's
them
not
to do.
bizarre in terms. That's a bizarre. Keanu, you're thinking in terms of reality. That's your You're stupid. In terms of the dabbleverse, I'll watch this. I'll say it. Are you stupid?
She might be retarded. You retard.
She's too dumb to talk to you.
Are you retard? You dumb bitch.
She's dumb.
Kiki, jump off a cliff.
You are
She
so
can't
wrong.
run.
I could
She
know
can't
the
run.
fucking receipt.
Incapable of taking
Whatever.
know the
You're the dumbest cunt ever.
You're doing the thing that they do when I bring up a valid point. No, you're stupid. No,
Baby, I was kidding. I'm saying
You
you're
better fucking
stupid.
be.
You better calm the fuck down.
I'm fucking calm.
But I'm telling you, you're being stupid. That's why I said it like that, because this is good dabbling. That's good. The guy took a plane to dabble. I don't know if that's brilliant or insane. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's why I've gotten past.
I wasn't so much talking about Melton. He probably had to buy 2 seats on the plane. I wasn't so much talking about him as I was talking about the worm with a mustache and his wife, who were just, so hurt. She was going, like, and so they go to Stonies to troll Cheeto after such a horrible thing happened.
Yes, that's what you do in the dabbleverse.
Well,
you know this.
Right, but the victim goes too. I'd be like, ugh, this is fucked up.
Oh, who's the? Oh, yeah. Well, of course, she goes where she's told. And by the victim, I thought you meant fucking Nick, because that's what he was called in Will Heron's article. Oh my god.
Oh my god. All right, so we'll bring that up first. Oh yeah, Will Heron. Great. And then, or should we just? All right, so everybody knows what happened. Should we just go on? We don't have to bring up Will Heron's article.
No,
it's a ridiculous thing to even bring up because fucking Will Heron. Can you imagine? He's just obsessed with it. He's got like, this is the media though, or he's the media. The, St. Cloud, Minnesota media immediately, just this is important because Will Heron, who has a fucking vendetta against,
I had no idea.
A vendetta against Aaron,
and he's a Melton ball washer or sweeper.
So this is what he writes immediately. Someone needs to fucking, disgraced morning DJ arrested during sentencing hearing for non-consensual dissemination of images. Okay. It is riddled. And
it is the most slanted article ever.
It is so fucking biased.
Watch this. It's the most slanted article I've ever read. And I read the Chinese produced Epoch Times. You get it? All their articles are slants. Ted.
Oh boy.
Whatever. But yeah, you read it, you're like, but it's laughable because it's like, what, in defense of News 12? Yeah. Could you imagine if the News 12 editor said, this is totally slanted towards the dabbleverse?
They're like,
you can't make this, you can't put such a pro dabble slant on this. Could you imagine if they said that? He'd be like, God damn it, you got me. He's like, you gotta give some love to the toe.
He's like, I have this really hot story about,
I'm so stupid talking about this. Go
dabble
on,
what?
Yeah.
Right. It's so fucking slanted. And then you're right. In that article, he calls Nick Rekieta one of the victims.
But did you see I put it in the chat?
I am a victim. I am a victim.
Did you see Push-Up said apparently Nick filled out a victim statement? Because that's what this guy look.
He's a victim. Right. Okay. And I have to say, he's a victim of what? teaching his mistress to do fucking drugs and telling the real victim, Kayla, that he was going to telling his mistress, April, okay, that he was going to leave the victim for April. I know it 100%. You can say however much you want that he was not going, he didn't make it very clear to April that he was going to leave his wife. Did he care about Kayla being a victim when he was going to leave her for April? No, absolutely not. So the pearl clutching and the hypocrisy of this all. It's
I would love people to put in the chat if you think Kayla if you think Kayla feels like a victim here. Okay.
She is
no,
a victim,
actually,
yeah.
if you think she feels, do you think I'll do it a better way? And Keanu has to agree with this thing, of course. Do you think she's a victim of Steeltoe or a victim of Nick? Okay, if she's a victim of Steeltoe, which is what Nick and the Minnesota courts would want you to believe. But one, she's a victim of Steeltoe. Steeltoe fucking totally betrayed her, put out that picture. She had no idea that would happen. And once it did, she saw it and she's like, we have to defend my honor. Or two, if you think she's a victim of her fucked up husband, she wants this all to go away. She just wants to raise her kids and not damage them any further. So two, if you think she's a victim, and Gino is right, of her fucked up husband, okay? And she kind of deserves it for letting fucking April hang out that long. Or one, if you think she's a victim, I love whoever Mac has, they put B.
It's B. I mean, well, okay, two things.
No,
can be true
but you
at
understand?
once.
The court system is trying to get you to believe
Or-
that she's a victim
No.
of fucking Steeltoe. And there's a
No,
victim
no.
statement, and she's not. Sorry,
Let me
baby.
say, sorry, no, you're wrong.
First time ever. That's Johnny Claire.
Revenge porn is wrong. He should have never sent that picture. Technically and legally, she is a victim of that, which Steeltoe admits wholeheartedly. Okay? He has to. All right. Well, Gino, I really think that he knows that was not a right thing to do. Technically, legally, she is a victim in that sense.
Keanu,
But
let me
she is
ask you
also-
something.
no, let me finish.
Okay.
But she is also a victim of Nick for putting her through all this fucking bullshit too. I think she's a victim of both. Put 3 if
no.
you think she's a victim.
Yeah, tell you
No,
what.
it's my-
If you want to
yes,
cop out,
put 3.
cop out, put 3.
No, it is. She's a victim of both. She
Nah.
was lied to. She didn't know when she was going to the fucking grocery store that he was having April come over and he was putting a load in her or whatever.
Whose fault is that?
It's their all.
Why
of
would
them.
you trust Nick after what he put you through? I mean,
Okay,
the
right,
fact
but
that you think there's an ounce of
emotionally
innocence.
abusive relationships are very fucking difficult, just as physical ones are. Any sort of fucking right, and she has 5 fucking kids. So
Yeah.
right. I'm not saying any of them are in the right, but she's a victim technically. Yes. With the picture being sent, absolutely 100%. Aaron knows that. Trying to atone for it, but it was too late. He was a bit too braggadocious. Nick, though, he's no victim. He's no victim whatsoever. Was going to leave her for April, or at least
He was
made
never going to
April
leave
feel-
her. He
Yes.
wanted, you told
Right.
me this, right?
Right.
Didn't you say he was trying to get Kayla to leave him? Didn't you tell me that?
No,
and that well,
right.
somebody did, and that makes sense, right?
Because he's a fucking pussy.
Yeah.
And now he acts like we were in a sexual and very romantic relationship for a very long time. And then Moody will be like, he's heartbroken. I can tell. You have a wife, weirdo. You have a wife. You have a wife. So
Shut up,
yes,
Bob.
I do believe she's a victim, but technically, with the photo being sent, should have never been sent. Aaron knows that wholeheartedly. Okay, you can't. This is the law, Gino. So
Keanu, no,
that's what it is.
yeah, but no
in-
one's saying
in-
that's not the law.
right. But she's also a victim by Nick as well. He
She's
lied
more a
to
victim
her.
of Nick, and this is why I think, and I think you'll agree. Do you think?
Yes, she's more of a
What do you
victim
think?
by
Would,
Nick.
what do you
of
think would have been
course.
better? Fort Kayla, thanks for the 2s, libs. I thought that said libs. I don't know why I can't say. Do you think right now, and I'm just asking, do you think Kayla and April, regardless of where she is, Do you think they would all? Nick, there's no saving. He's a fucking nut. He's going scorched earth because he just feels like every time he gets fucking another knock on Aaron, it takes it. Like, remember when you did the fucking stream with that Gabe guy, and he's like, "That's a win for Nick." How is it a win for Nick? It doesn't make Nick any less guilty what he'd done. It doesn't make his kids any less fucked up.
That was a win for everyone but me having to sit there and listen to it.
You never get those 5 hours. But what I'm saying is, like, don't you honestly think if Kayla had just done what I genuinely, and I bet you two do, I bet you do as well, believe she wanted to do, just let it go. Let it go. Okay, you shared the picture, I don't care. Let's just, I don't want to see that. Do you think she's like, I don't want to see that picture again? Because it's a reminder, and you hear the stories like they were in love or whatever. I don't know any of this shit, but regardless, there's no way, fucking, to quote you two when they weren't this awful, walk on. It's all that you can't leave behind. You need to leave that.
If I were Kayla, yes, I'd be like, I want this to be over.
Yeah.
You were going to leave me for the mistress next door. I have 5 kids. I don't want to be involved in this anymore. The picture never went anywhere. It went to you and it was deleted. Is it wrong? Yes.
Not from here, baby.
All I'm saying,
baby, I'm sorry sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry sometimes you want to have sex and I say, you wait there. I'd rather masturbate to this slob in my brain. I say that all the time. I'm going to crank one out knowing that this slob...
It isn't there.
This slob that has no self-respect, or she wouldn't fucking be posing with a tattoo of Nick's name under her left tit. Glorious, Nick. You never saw the pose. It was amazing. She wouldn't be posing for this shit. She wouldn't be posing for this shit. You know what I mean? Right. If she had an ounce of respect, like, why don't I just go back and tell my husband we got to get all these idiots out of our house and raise our 5 kids?
Right. I don't mean that the picture thing is like not crazy because it went to you, one fucking person.
Yeah.
Is it illegal? Yes, it is. If I were her, I'd be like, I have 5 fucking kids. I don't want anything else to do with this. I don't want to, but he coerces people. Who was asking us, which picture was it? It was April. What kind of a fucked up cockamamie fucking thing is that?
Cockamamie, the fucking language, Keanu. God. You want me not to get us a strike. Cockamamie. Hi.
Just get out. Just get out. Anyway.
Well, let me check the Phillies.
Go check the Phillies. So what shall we do? Let's read a couple of these, Phil. Bing, 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 bing. Skip the foreplay and you can cut it down to 2. Thank you, insane fun one. That's my friend Chris Thompson. Push-ups. Thank you for the $2.
Chris Thompson.
I like how Melty, not you, went to court in Minnesota. It's true.
That's actually kind of funny.
It is funny. It's like, and then they go and celebrate. They go and celebrate at Stoney's.
Push-ups. I read the intro to that book. Sorry, baby. I'm getting there.
Hot tub scam Pam.
I hope
See you
he
in
means
Minnesota,
this.
guys. Hi.
I hope hot tub scam Pam means that. Looking forward to meeting you as well, buddy.
All right, ladies and gents. All right, so let's go right to. So I was watching This Little Piggy today, and I have some choice thoughts. I know you weren't.
I was streaming with my big brother. It's up the first hour. You have to sub to my Patreon to see.
Well, there you go, Eugene. It's gonna be great.
It's a great time.
White Claw break.
Your mother still thinks that's me, you, and a group of people voting.
I love that Mickey still thinks that, or not still thinks, she thought that was like us. Mickey and I will be in South Carolina along with the whole family and all the pugs tomorrow.
I'll be drinking with Anthony Cumia all weekend.
Well, there you go. There you go. All right. This Little Piggy. There were just a few timestamps here, and then I guess we should let Mersh.
I sent him the link. He's welcome.
If he wants to watch this with us, he is more than welcome. Bing, bing.
You want me to message him, baby? Come on by anytime.
Sure. I can't imagine what he's gonna say, but
I don't care. I like the guy.
We like him too.
Know him and
we like him. Okay, let's see. So I hope that made sense.
What?
I'm looking. First one, 8:32. This is from this little piggy today. Also, I want to say, before we do any of this, that la 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 la.
Oh my God! Look who's here, baby.
Oh my God!
Look
The
who's
cat.
here.
Aw.
Aw, look who's here.
Sweet. She's the devil.
What are you doing, baby? Say hi.
Hi, Petunia.
Good morning, Kiki. Oh my God.
I do want to say before we play this little piggy, we're so sorry to hear about your dad, Carl.
Oh
That's
my
terrible.
God! Yeah, we really are. Little to Papa. By the way, we're sorry, and I guarantee it's because the fucking Bills didn't squib kick it at the end of 2021. It's not your fucking fault, Carl. Bullshit. Just squib it. It probably. I guarantee he went down after that. He just took a downturn.
He went down after that. He said the nicest thing about his dad today. They were like, "What did your dad teach you?" And he said he never verbally taught me anything, but I thought this was like a really nice thing. He said he had a near-death experience, like long ago in his life, and he taught him to live every day doing something that you enjoy. So I think that's
So he
a really
streams
nice.
So he told him to stream the dabbleverse. He should hate his father. Carl, if you're watching this, you know I'm
Carl
kidding.
has a band. Carl is caught. Leave. Well, if he enjoys it, I guess so.
I saw that, Johnny Claire.
World's fattest cat.
I thought he said fastest.
Fattest. She is fast though too when attacking. So
Cat-like reflexes.
Cheers to your dad, Carl. And now we're going to shit on you.
Oh, we are? All right.
No, we're not.
11-0 Phillies.
Oh,
I called this last night. I said they're just gonna fucking blow up. Stop, boo. Come on.
This little piggy. So this is where this starts. 8:32.
Like, let me tell you something, if I may.
Okay, sure.
Moody is another reason I don't belong. It's definitely in the dabbleverse, although it chooses you.
Neither of us do.
And streaming we belong in the dabbleverse because we made bad decisions. We were nice to April and Aaron, and so then we got dragged into this shit. But Moody's just a talentless guy who a fucking zero personality, brilliant programmer. But they put him on because he knows, and it's all right. But he just says stupid shit.
He's an autistic guy with, I don't know how to describe him other than he's too far in to see past his bias now.
Right.
He'll spend, I don't know how many hours it fucking takes to check on every single time that Aaron logs onto Kiwi Farms. As if that's some sort of like, we got him. He's a hypocrite about, need I remind you? Bing, 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 bing.
I don't have friends that share nudes with me because that's disgusting.
I posted a link to a website that had her leaked butthole pictures on it.
Stupid.
Moody, he's blinded.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. Let's see. This was pertaining push-ups. Thank you for the $5. For the record, I went back and checked. Potentially criminal, we like him too, said there were 2 victim impact statements. Not clear if one is Nick. Maybe I was wrong. No.
Maybe one's April.
No. Who could be the other victim impact?
Plus the fact he called him victim in the thing.
Listen, exactly. In the Will Heron article, God, TV's Will Heron, that chiclet-toothed troglodyte. He said that one of the victims was Nick. He had a victim statement. Okay. Bob Vanderpatrice, sorry about Carl's dad. Was he a pilot? Get it?
I get it, baby. I'm right there.
He shot a pilot.
I think I said that to somebody. They posted a picture of their daughter as a pilot. I'm like, keep them away from Carl.
All
It's
right,
cute.
so you tell me to pause if you want us to pause, Eugene. Okay, but
Me?
Yeah.
I doubt I will, but thank you. I will pay. I will. We will see.
32, 816.
He was a good super chat. And on Carl's channel today, suck it, Mike David. Yeah, if you
That's not a-
stick it to Mike David. Yes.
Thank you.
Super chat this show today. Hellraiser 6912, $20. I'm no fan of Nick. With that being said, the cognitive dissonance of Johnny, Gino, and Kiki when it comes to Aaron is astounding to me. I mean, what exactly do they get for befriending him besides being jokes on the internet? This is a very interesting phenomenon that's going to start happening this week. When Aaron claimed, and I want to go back to that actually from last week, where Aaron was claiming that I didn't violate the conditions of my release. This is the plea deal is in place. We're going to go in. The judge is going to tell us what we already know. It's great. And all of that fell apart. And I'm starting to see the Kiwi Farms guy.
The other thing that
First of all, cognitive dissistance. I think he means dissonance. I think. Go on, babe.
Well,
Although
he
it might
would
have been
have
speech
to.
to text. I apologize. Hellraiser 6912. Go on, babe.
also, I think Aaron too, and I don't want to shit on his lawyer, but I think he gave him fucking horrific legal advice.
I have no idea. I did not pay attention to
In
it.
my opinion, I think he gave him horrific legal advice. Aaron said to us, "You saying Kayla cannot hurt my case, even though it's on my channel. That's terrible legal advice. That just terrible."
I don't remember him saying any of that, but then again, I was in California. No, I wasn't in California.
Yes, you were, because
No.
I had to do it by myself.
Oh, well, he had that with you the 2 days you did it, and I was too fucking hungover to do it in LA.
Right.
But then when I posed like Kayla,
that
know,
was the next day. But he group messaged us. He said, "And remember, you can't hurt my case by talking
I
about
believe
it.
you. I
It's
wasn't
fine,"
paying
or
attention.
whatever. And I'm like, it seems odd, but I guess I'm gonna trust him. So that's I think, and I understand him wanting to be like, okay, yeah, well, they can answer the questions, I can't, and whatever. But a better lawyer would have been like, don't have anything associated with that whatsoever on your channel. We didn't have to talk about it, but it's easy to talk about. And so yeah, I think that was a mistake, and I think that maybe Aaron got some bad legal advice. That's my opinion. Your thoughts?
I don't know. Like I didn't pay attention to it. I've never, thank God, needed a lawyer for any of that shit. The one time I had to deal with lawyers, I fucking just it was during that case. It's too specific to more dabbleverse people. They're like, Gina was in a bar fight. No, I was bartending when some kid acted like an asshole. That's why I know I could have fucking sued the bar. That's what he did. But like, I don't know what lawyers do. Like my cousin Jeff's a lawyer. He's a really good lawyer because he fucking just works in criminal law and stuff and handles his own shit. I don't know.
Right.
But again,
We want to know why we don't know? Because what have I had other than 2 underage drinking tickets? I've never had to so of course we don't know. How could we possibly?
But my
know
problem
that?
is I don't care because all I look at when this goes on every time, and maybe I'm a bad friend, Aaron, because every time it's just like, every time they pull some new shit with them, I'm just like, God, what a piece of shit those 3 are.
Yeah.
That's all I think. Like those 3 just won't let up. And if you think, and I'm not even going to say it like that, no one involved in any of this, especially the dabbleverse, who fucking, need to like be right about this stuff. There's no matter what they do, there's not a moment that Kayla's going to like herself. Kayla, and that's another thing I saw. I don't know. Like she's like, well, I don't want to bump into Aaron, and Aaron's so nice. Like, all right, I'll say, But the bottom line is, Kayla doesn't want to be reminded that she's a piece of shit. And the more she fucking just buries her head in the sand and listens to her stupid, fucked up, whip it doing husband,
Right.
and say like, hey, good news, fucking Aaron didn't walk away. Do you think she went like this? Oh, thank God. I will be vindicated.
No.
My faith in humanity will be restored. No, Kayla,
No.
you're a whore no matter what. You're a slob and a terrible mother no matter what happens in that courtroom. No matter what happens, you fucked up. and you didn't own up to being a fucking mother and take on the responsibilities that I would argue you're probably great at, which makes it either you were great at it, which makes this even worse, or you sucked from the start. And I don't think you did. I'll give you that compliment. But the bottom line is, one more sentence. There's nothing that will go on in that courtroom that will make Kayla like herself again. Everything that's going on is going to continue to make her hate herself. And that makes me feel good.
Instead, Nick dragged her to fucking Stoney's to celebrate this.
Oh, really? She went? Like, I know they went, but she went as well?
Yes.
Did he make her wait in the fucking car and say, shut your pie hole?
I know. That worm with a mustache and that morbidly obese fucking weirdo, failed comedian, they all went to Stoney's. That's not like victim behavior or whatever. And she is she's a victim of what happened. Aaron says that too. Aaron says that in that letter. The victim.
Aaron's
is a victim,
going to say that it's the right thing to say.
Because it's true, Gino. You shouldn't do that. And in the eyes of the law,
I never said he shouldn't have done that.
Oh, okay.
We've moved on. We're living in the present. Do you think they should be doing this?
No, I don't think she should. I don't think.
Do you think they should have?
I wouldn't go to Stoney's with your fucking worm of a husband, your fucking gay
But Keanu, they
husband.
shouldn't have done it. But he shouldn't have done it. Agreed. But do you think they should have? Do you think Kayla should have really said? And she didn't. Do you think they should have been like, do you think April should have texted me? The three of us are so upset about this. And I was right. That's the second. I'm like, she's fucking dead to me. The three of us are so upset about this. Do you think that text or anything that followed should have ever been pursued?
The revenge porn thing?
Yes.
Well, if you ask us, it's like this is Nick trying to get back at Aaron, right?
What?
Because
yes.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Exactly.
Do you think that
does it make it not illegal?
Keanu, stop acting like I'm saying it wasn't illegal.
No,
Why do you do that?
I know that. I understand.
You don't know that, or you would answer the question. Do you think they
No.
Okay, that's it then.
Okay.
Don't say what they did was illegal. I know that.
Right, but the most important thing is that Aaron also knows that. He does know it.
That's the most important thing.
Well, for what we're talking about now, yes, Aaron knows that.
Right. Aaron knows it's illegal, right?
Right.
But look, I wish I'd fucking been all these idiots, and I knew I didn't have to talk to this cop after she called me 3 times. Fucking dopey twat. I wish. But again, I'm like, I'm not gonna lie to these guys. And because again, I shouldn't be in that situation because of what Aaron did, but I shouldn't be in that situation because April couldn't get the fuck out because Kayla fucking would rather have that money than fucking her self-respect.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, believe it or not, the winner of this is still Aaron Imholt right now. And I hope they clip and I hope it goes nuts. But you said it, like Aaron's like, he's like, Aaron's fucking living his truth. And if that gets him handcuffed by angry fucks that think they need to fucking roast Aaron to jiggle the car keys over there while their 5 kids are fucking just being dragged. It's so bad what they're doing to their kids.
Yeah, you think? Right.
And trust me, I would argue Aaron's 3 kids. He's probably like, look,
really.
Your dad fucked up and your dad's fucking taking responsibility for his actions. Something these 3 still have not. And I look forward to watching everything unfold for these 3 fucking losers.
I look forward to the Regatta Children's podcasts, all 5 of them.
The OnlyFans, the police arrests. I can't wait.
Oh my God, those kids are going to be.
One of them's going to come out as trans. It's going to be great.
Oh, and there's nothing wrong.
You'll
with
see.
That. Okay. Well, no, those kids are fucked for life, obviously. All right, so let's play this. What do you say? Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo. Bag, 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 shake, shake, shake. I'm just trying to make you laugh.
Oh, baby, I'm sorry. I'm good. I thought you were setting something up. I'm so sorry.
Just spawned.
I don't know what I missed, but
he was staring just at the screen like this.
I was. I'm like, because you know me. I'm like, what are we setting up? What am I? I'm like, it's not moving. Do the thing.
I'm like, God damn.
Like when Homer threw it at be more funny. I'm throwing it at the TV. That's all, babe.
God. A little levity. A little levity. Oh, God. Here we go. All right. So.
Guys, realize that Aaron's also a piece of shit. Like, you can hate Nick Rekieta and think that, yeah, like Nick Rekieta sucks and his enemies, we don't like them either, until you realize that one of his enemies is there and you go, oh, wait a second. I don't want to be on that guy's side.
I don't think they didn't really care much that Aaron was a piece of shit.
Sure.
Thank you, baby.
You're more than welcome, Eugene.
Unless everyone else wants at that speed. I thought it was a little bit quick for my taste.
It's a bit quick for your taste.
That's what you said earlier.
Before they saw him more as a tool to beat Nick over the head with, and for about a good year he was, because he just kept bringing out these anecdotes, and he obviously was very annoying to Nick when Nick couldn't talk. But now that Nick is out of that part and is serving his sentence, it's like Aaron's losing. If you want to go into this win and lose stuff,
right?
No, that's what you guys do. This win and lose stuff. Okay. That's what you do, Moody, because you like, I can tell that, when I talked to Nick in Vegas, I could tell that he was heartbroken for losing April, and it's Kiki's fault that he.
Is that what he said?
I mean, that's what they like. That's what Nick says, that I shredded her privacy, and I'm like,
yeah, he loves the big words that dumb people. Anyone that believed that's a litmus test too. You're fucking stupid. He's like, he's going through it. He's heartbroken for losing April. You have a wife, weirdo. Moody. You want to talk about win and lose? You're blinded by your hatred of Aaron when you. It's insane to me. It's insane to me. And now that Nick can talk, he got 5 years probation, and he's still doing fucking whippets and probably snorting his Adderall. Okay? He's not spending any time with his kids because he couldn't possibly, because all he does all fucking day long is responding keyboard warrior style to everyone and anyone that will listen. He's a worm with a mustache. He's a gay wad, a little tiny man. And I'm not talking about his height. Maybe I know more than you do, but I digress. Anyway, let's continue.
It's only going to get worse for him. And so by trying to prop Aaron up, it's just they can see where that's heading, and he's going to start hemorrhaging.
Well, they're independent things. The way I see it, and I said this on the show Wednesday night, but, you can not like Nick, and you can be disgusted by Nick's actions and stuff. He has been through the legal system. He is paying for those crimes. He has had his entire family's business aired out publicly.
That's his
fault.
fault.
His children, stuff to do with his personal life.
Yeah,
and
you mean that co-core of a daughter he has? Is that what you're talking about?
He's like, more of this ball washing. That's sweeping. Okay, when you're like, he's had his entire thing aired out, personal life. That's his choice, because what's he getting from this? Well, he's getting justice. He's restoring the dignity of his whore wife. That's am I wrong? What is the point of this revenge porn case? Well, I have to restore the dignity of my wife. Your wife's a whore. You're all whores, Aaron included. You're all fucking immoral whores that swapped wives. That's it. And nothing you can do with Aaron is going to make your wife not a whore. But it's going to make her a money-grubbing slob, because she's fucking trying to pretend this will unwhore her, when all she is doing is what you want. And I welcome anyone in the dabbleverse that is ball washing Nick to be like, Gino doesn't know what he's talking about. This will not make Kayla any less of a whore. You're either 0 or 1. You're a whore or you're not a whore. There are not degrees of whore, but I will tell you this: if you ever got a degree for being a whore, Kayla's on it.
If you want to go that route, it will not. It will not make Nick any less of a fucking asshole father, drug addict, who wanted to leave his fucking wife.
Why do you feel? I have to ask you. Why do you feel when I'm shitting on women alone? You're like, yeah, but Nick too. We know Nick's a piece of shit.
Right. So let me just say that.
Okay. But you're changing the subject.
I'm not.
This isn't about Nick. We know he's a piece of shit.
So,
but when I chapter and verse.
How about this? It won't make them any less of shitty fucking parents. Both of them.
Yeah, but again, we're just talking about the whore aspect.
Hey, Well, all right.
Because that ties directly into the court case. Because as I'm saying with the court case, I said, what is the point of this court case? To restore the dignity of Kayla? We know Nick's a piece of shit. He's the one that's making Kayla do this. But it's over. This doesn't unwhore you.
Well, it's not over.
Like when they slapped the cuffs on fucking Aaron the other day, Kayla went, maybe I'm not a whore. She didn't. She is. She knows it.
Doesn't make Nick any better of a man, any more than anything of a strip mall lawyer.
Who said he wasn't?
Okay, I can also just say something if I want to say.
But it's just odd that you're like, I'm sure they say it. It's just
that's
odd.
Fine. So is it all right if I said something?
It's more than all right. It's just odd that you're like, but Nick, we get Nick.
We don't have. Okay. Well, I'm allowed to say it if I want to.
You are?
Okay. I wouldn't use the word whore. I would use the
word.
What
would you use the word?
I would use the word emotionally fucking abused in a probably got into
a victim. She's not a whore. She's a victim.
I just saying and saying.
I know you are. You're defending
for
her.
A time to,
you're making her less.
Shut up.
You're making her less culpable, and you're not helping her.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
What are you saying?
The root of all this is fucking Nick. Okay. It is. Are we clear? And can we move on?
We're not clear, but I'll allow you. I disagree with that. I mean, Nick.
I love your candor, and I
but I'm saying like the first time Nick said, "Let's swap." Well,
all right. We'll never get through it if we don't. We'll never get through it if we don't just watch.
But weren't they swapping before they met Aaron in April?
Oh yeah.
Isn't that the rumor? Yeah, there you go.
Well, of course.
There you go.
Right. This is what happens when you marry your fucking high school sweetheart and then you never experiment ever. And then you fall in love. I fell in love with April. We were in a sexual and very romantic relationship for a very long time. And
the
it's
fact
my
that he's saying
fault.
that now, how do you think, let me ask you this. How do you think Kayla feels when she hears him saying that?
I don't think he even lets her fucking hear it because as far as I know,
she has to hear it.
As far as I know, she doesn't even like look at any of this stuff. So does she know for a fact?
That
does
seems
she?
impossible.
That's the question. Does she know for a fact that he made it very clear to April that he was going to leave her for April? I don't know. That's awful.
But the way I look at it is, it's like one of them needs to fucking.
They're all at blame. Is the.
Oh, without a doubt. But one of the two broads needs to be like, it's her or me, and leave. And neither one did. They're like, it's her or me. Did you pick yet? How about now?
I'm gonna.
And then he'd go to the other one with his dick sticking to the first one. Ah, it's about time. They're idiots.
We are in a sexual and very romantic relationship for a very long time. Anyway, well, I do not envy Kayla and the life that she's chosen. But let's keep going. What do you say, Eugene?
Yeah, baby.
So it's fair to hate all that. This is independent of that. This exists independently of that. Kayla is a victim in this case.
Yeah.
Like Aaron did do something illegal to this woman who, by all intents and purposes, is faded from the internet and doesn't wish to be a part of it anymore.
See?
Just like April.
What?
Chad's got his new show with the theme song.
What did he say that I missed?
I mean, unless I'm wrong. Hang on.
No, you're probably not. I need to pay better attention. I'm sorry. Go on.
To this woman who this is independent of that. This exists independently of that. Kayla is a victim in this case.
Yeah.
Like Aaron did do something illegal to this woman.
We agree.
Wait.
Who, by all intents and purposes, is faded from the internet and doesn't.
Faded from the internet. Faded from the internet.
What does that mean?
So she doesn't want to pay attention. She doesn't even know what's going on. She may not even know that I outed Rakeda for saying to April that he was going to leave his wife. She might not even know that.
But I would argue.
Oh, Gino, he just said it.
Right. Of course. Melton lies.
Right. Well, why would he
Because
lie?
that's
well, no,
what-
it just makes my point. I think and Ethan said it too. If I know Kayla, she doesn't look at any of this shit. She doesn't even fucking, not saying she's not whatever you want to fucking call her or whatever. But this is the root of the thing. This is what I'm saying. She doesn't even know maybe that Nick made it clear, even though Nick probably had no intention of actually leaving his wife for April.
Do you think he did?
I couldn't tell you. I'm glad to say I don't really know the man. But
I'm telling you, I thought you said it.
But he just said it, and that's Nick's best buddy. She's faded from the internet. She doesn't want to know about any of this stuff. So
faded from the internet could mean you're just fucking not online, but you're reading everything. And that's what I would think.
Maybe she didn't know that, like, any of that stuff.
Maybe, but I think she's reading it. She's just shut down her account. She's like, I'm not interacting. Like, do you think April's not reading everything that's going on? She's had her internet privileges taken by her folks, I'm told.
Well, now hopefully she's.
I hope so, yeah.
Gino, don't start a weird rumor.
Yeah,
but
so
that's the point. That's the point. So he says, you have to come to this fucking court case. You have to do this or whatever. Like, maybe she doesn't even fucking know that whether or not he was going to leave his wife for April. Maybe Kayla doesn't even fucking know that. That's awful. That's awful.
what's awful? What? If Kayla doesn't know what?
That he made it clear to April through messages and, you know, having her come over when Kayla would go to the grocery store and all of that, just for a moment so he could fuck her for 5 seconds and then leave, that he was going to leave his wife for April.
But the fact that he was still letting her live in the guest house.
It doesn't matter, but I'm just saying, he just said she's faded from the internet. We've heard that from Ethan. We've heard it from now.
But we don't know what faded from the internet means. Is she
faded, not wanting to be on the internet, not watching any of this stuff?
You don't know that she's not watching, though. That's what I'm saying.
That's what that means. I would stick.
No, that's what. Faded from the internet means you're not on the internet, but you could watch everything that's going on and not fucking use social media.
Gino, I mean, Gino, when he says that, she means, and Ethan said it too. How is this not making sense to you?
I didn't say it didn't make sense. I just said I don't know that that's true.
Any of it. She doesn't want to see any of it. So she may only know what Nick tells her.
Or she may know what she's reading on the internet, but we're not responding to, is all I'm saying. I didn't say you're wrong.
No.
I'm just saying we don't know.
That means she's not watching it.
What means? What Melton said? Because
Ethan said it too.
But Ethan doesn't know. He said, if I know Kayla.
Why are you fighting me on this?
I'm not. I'm saying Ethan said, if I know Kayla. That's all. So I'm just saying we don't know. That's all.
Right. So what? But all signs point to she's not watching any of it and just listening to whatever Nick tells her.
I don't think all signs point to that.
All right, fine. No, that's wrong. I'm wrong.
No, it's not what I said. I said, I don't think that, but I definitely don't know that I'm right. I'm just saying you don't know.
If there's more than one account of people, and I mean, even more than that say she doesn't want to watch any of this shit. She doesn't pay attention to it.
Well, I'm glad.
Even April said that to me.
How recently?
Whoa, back in fucking whatever. It might have been November. In November.
And is it possible?
Gino, why are you even? Okay, so that's probably what happened. So do we have to fight about this? Or
I don't think we're fighting. I'm just saying, is it possible that April, who we both agree?
Okay, enough. We're moving on now because basically what he just said, the signs point to
the guy that we know lies.
Okay,
the guy
so
that you tell me lies.
To it all. Then how does that make sense? The way that she's acting, Gino?
The way that who's acting?
No, you're not paying attention.
I am paying attention. The way that who's acting.
So that makes sense. The way that Kayla is acting.
She's not acting. She's not on the internet. We don't know if she's acting.
Precisely. She's not watching or reading anything.
We don't know that. We just know she's not responding. I'm not saying you're wrong or right. I'm saying all we know for sure is what we see.
Okay, so what's your what?
My point is, Melton, like, not to believe Melton when he's like, whatever you just said, he said.
Why would that be? So if it's something against him, why would he lie? Why would he lie and say she doesn't even want anything to do with the internet? I'm making the point of that she doesn't even know probably that Nick made it clear to April that he was going to leave Kayla for April. Okay.
So Nick. You got to say that again, and you can call me stupid. What point are you making?
I've been saying this the whole time because we have many accounts.
So you're saying Kayla may not know that Nick said he was
to April, I'm gonna leave my wife for you.
But he says he's told her everything.
But oh my God, you think and Nick Mercado doesn't fucking lie?
All of these losers lie.
Okay,
that's why we don't know what to make of it. Is all I'm saying.
So I was just going back and making that point. Can we move on?
I don't mind.
Okay. Now say something funny for once in your life.
Why would I start now, babe?
That was pretty good.
One
For
bad.
Christ's sake.
Keanu, you got to remember, I really don't follow this shit.
You just like Kayla.
No, I really don't follow it. You know what I mean? Like
Okay,
Kayla.
so you're just assuming that she does. Okay, and
But I tweet about what I do follow.
We have to move on then. We have to move on. Okay.
Fair point, baby.
It's just it was just a point, and then you just had to make me do that. Okay, here we go. And I love you, and I cherish you, and we're never having sex again. Now you laugh.
Stop.
I love you.
Yes, I love you too. The show's great.
Just watch this.
Doesn't wish to be a part of it anymore. Just like April, Chad's got his new show with this theme song saying, April wants good dick. It's just like these people have decided to go away and should be allowed to go away.
Yeah.
It's been over a year.
So bringing your hatred of Nick into this case is just stupid. It's like Aaron is in the wrong. That's why he's being charged with a crime for this. This has nothing to do with you hating Nick or Nick's not involved technically.
I just think it's
supportive husband.
No, you're saying that because you're a rational human being, and Moody was saying the same thing. And yeah,
Nick's not involved, right? Gino?
That makes no sense whatsoever.
Because
like I heard
he
him
is
say
one
that.
of
I don't
the-
even get what that means.
He's one of the victims.
Who said? But how is Nick not involved? I don't even get that.
He said, well, Nick's not involved.
Who said that?
Melton.
Like this is
He
why
is involved.
this is why I never. In fact, remember I was asked to be on My Little Piggy once. I'm like, just pretend I left already for a gig, because it makes me. I love Carl. I feel, but it's like, why is he on with these people? This is like what is it like? What like I never watched this.
I'll tell you what.
I don't like. I'm really. Don't get me wrong. Like I really watch Kevin's show, not all the time, but I'll be the first to admit I watch Kevin's show sometimes. You're on it. I like talking to him. I was on it today because he called me and I called him out. For fucking giving money, and he proved me right. I called him out for giving money to Pat Dixon to get a lawyer when my jaw got busted. New jaw, 3 years today, and I called him out for it. Like I do. I that's all I can do. But this is ridiculous. This is what I say. I'm proud to say this is beneath my pay grade. Like I don't know, because all I look at when I see these people is what I've said. 3 fucking idiots that are fucking just deny. They refuse to make themselves better, and one guy that's like, all right. What now? And again, they're all 3 of them are different players. It's like the perfect storm of pieces of shit. That's what it is with Nick, Kayla, and April. The perfect storm of pieces of shit.
Gino is genuinely hilarious.
I said, unfortunately, our buddy Aaron is sailing through this. And you can say sweeping, whatever it is, I don't care. I've had it.
I'll tell you why I think Carl does it, because
For money.
Well, that. And yeah, because he knows it makes him money, obviously.
And good
But
for
also,
Carl.
He's genuinely, I guess, enjoying it. These two, however, they're too far in. They're like, there's these weird parasocial fucking relationships that they feel like for Moody say, well, he's heartbroken. I met the man once, and then for Melton to go to Minnesota to hang out with his buddy Nick, for them to do the whole like incel festival. Like it's Carl's like, I'm just enjoying it. I'm having fun with it. Like I'm not too much into this, but I can see what's going on. He doesn't typically, but these two, they want to, I mean, they'll suck Nick's dick for the rest of time. Anything bad for Melton. I'm sorry. Anything bad for Toe?
Yeah.
Good. Anything good for Nick? No. Anything bad for Toe? Good.
Yeah.
Anything good for Nick? Even better. That's it. That's the only way that they are. So that's all I'm saying. But let's continue. What do you say?
Yes,
Shall
of course,
we?
both things exist and they don't overlap. But I think that this could be the week where we start to see the sector and the dabbleverse get along a little bit. Maybe there's some commonalities
That
there
is.
where we could all be. Moody doesn't think so.
I don't know enough
He's not
about.
It's something Ethan came up with. Remember, he told us that
Yeah,
the sector. Yeah.
but I don't know what it is.
Well, God, if I know either, but it's something having to do with Ethan.
See, I don't
Yeah,
know
I
enough
don't really
about the
know
sector.
anything about the sector either, so I don't.
Oh,
Really
you
know.
will. You will. We're gonna get all caught up on that. Zoo Mimic, $5. I vote Melton gets all of my money raised since he did all the legwork for this episode.
Yes.
We'll negotiate that later, I think.
That sounds like a good plan. No negotiation needed. Thank you, Carl. I
Shit
accept.
show. My sincere condolences, you club-toothed jackass. Thank you. I appreciate that shit show.
Phillies won.
Buck Naked
Boo!
Shut up.
6392 bucks.
They're going to talk about us again in just a minute. Are you
Then I
ready?
will buckle up, baby.
You buckle up. You got to actually listen, though.
It's easy now. The Phillies are done. They won.
Oh, great. Good. Maybe that's why we had to have a 20-minute argument about what I was talking about.
I don't think we did.
Bucks. It's a cranberry mog, Moody, not a field bog.
I don't let myself get bogged down with the details. I'll just tell an anecdote.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
I like it.
Don't field Moody down with this.
At Hack Ride.
Really quick. Let's look. Push-ups. Thank you for Kiki, and thank you for the $2. Kiki, write the book on this case. You'll make a mint. I will. I will. I whippoorwill. Whippoorwill. I won't. I will. Thank you for the $10. Hit that like button, or Gino will grease your pillow, you cowards.
I love this. I'm Mr. Me. Thank you, buddy.
Let's see.
My boy, Hack Ride Studios. My thoughts with Carl and his family. Thank you very much. My father passed away this past weekend, and
Oh, I didn't know that.
we had a service for him yesterday.
So
Yeah,
wait.
sorry about
So
that.
you understand?
Yeah.
Like, both their fathers
also-
in the past couple days.
Carl said it.
No, but Carl's dad just died and didn't.
Carl said it.
Oh, I thought Melton said it. I'm sorry. Go on.
Melton's dad has been gone. Yes.
I'm an idiot. Go on, baby.
Do the stupid.
Stupid. Hi.
Into the Dead Dad Club.
Well, thank you. Yes, I feel welcomed, and I do appreciate that. And I've gotten a lot of lovely notes from people. I thank you for that. Deep Surface coming in.
Here's $5 to keep the Android off so I can play myself. The10.
I love that.
How do people start mentioning Kayla and binary in super chats to Aaron?
We should, or Morse code. Yeah, we should give that out for people. Detroit Dabbler coming in.
You've summoned me, Carl. Here's a little something for the effort.
Wait, what? How much did the Beggy Monster pay you, Carl?
It's $6.38 if you want to write that down, KB. Make sure you have a record of that. All right, gentlemen, we have...
Before we continue, I just wanted
Yeah,
to expound on
please.
something that you guys were just saying before about these people realizing like what Aaron is. And I think one of the like microcosms of this, and I know he's your friend, Carl, is I think
Yeah.
Gino's a good case study here.
Yeah.
Where
You barely hear him, but yeah.
Can you? Okay, you can't hear. Hello?
No, go on.
Because he can't talk about you.
Wait, he's going to talk about me?
Why do you think I'm playing it?
Yeah, play it.
Okay, what are you looking at it or?
Yeah, I'm looking right at it. You can see me. You can see. Don't give away how spacious the Cheeky Lou Studios are, but you can see me.
You said you couldn't hear it. For
I
Christ's
can't
sake.
hear it for some reason, but go on. Put it on you and I'll get closer and listen. Take me off. Thank you. Go on.
Here you go. All right. Oh, I have it on 95. That's probably why.
Yeah, that extra 5 will help me. Go on, babe.
Okay, stop it. Here, listen. La 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 la.
this guy is just going off, him and Kiki, who is like an echo in the back of the apartment, will like yell out that Aaron, of these 4 idiots, the 4 in the cover, all of them are idiots and they're all bad. But out of those 4, Aaron is the only one that has changed and made meaningful steps in order to better his life and own up to what he's done.
In our opinion, and we don't, And I think that he's really swallowing the pill now of like,
She said
I
swallow.
I shouldn't have fucking talked about it whatsoever, or, you know, had you guys on my stream talking about it. But we read that letter that he was going to read, right? I think that he really understands, but just like Nick not being able to talk about it, it was hard for Aaron as well. So, oh, all right. And that's, you know what? He's going to have to deal with this for at least until October, and he will. And hopefully, you know, learning a lesson of it. So
I completely disagree with that. I think from all those 4, Aaron is the only one that stayed the same, and the other 3 are the
Can
ones.
you pause it for 1 second? Right, and right there, this is why. This is why I can't listen. That like, what? So he says it's completely the opposite. He thinks these 3 that we talked about already, they're on their way back because they're trying to fucking prove that this was revenge porn and fucking Aaron is no. Anyway, go on. Sorry. That this guy's an idiot. Or then again, maybe I am. I don't. It's not that important to me. I don't live in this shit. Go on.
Left the relationship and is no longer talking to.
The way that you said that you don't live in it, I actually agree with that. Sometimes, I'm sorry, but we're a little busy. We don't watch every single moment of Aaron, right? So maybe we don't know every single thing that he says or does, or so, but it makes sense, the violation, but the man is genuinely trying to fucking atone for his actions. I can't say that enough. Like, do you disagree, Gino? I mean, I really think that he
I mean, that's the whole point of this conversation. That's what I said. And he's like, Gino keeps saying, yeah. I mean, how is he not? How's it? Well, you know, he had guys mention Kayla. She's mentionable. They're all pieces of shit.
He got terrible legal advice and said, you can't hurt me if you mention it.
Okay. They're all jerks.
Anyone that was previously involved in
Kayla
that.
has clearly moved on.
Kayla used to appear on camera. Now Nick got you to turn off the camera so that she could walk by and not appear in frame. She's completely disconnected from everything.
And Nick wants to kill her.
Faster now, Gino. So
whatever you
to
need,
do
baby.
this all night because you said you wanted it to be. Okay.
Everyone.
Nick has pleaded guilty and is undergoing testing for the next 5 years to positively ensure that he's not doing any sort of drugs.
And Moody, I think it goes even further.
Not doing any sort of drug. Aaron, you think he's actually legitimately not doing whippets? Please.
Dude, that shaky hand was all you needed to know.
Right. You gotta be kidding. You mean he comes back on the stream after and his voice is 8 octaves fucking deeper?
I don't think anyone in their right mind is debating that. I don't think anyone in their right mind, like there's all the fucking, posturing for the dabbleverse and these 2 especially, and not Carl, but whatever. Like, do you understand? Moody has nothing without Melton. He needs Melton because Melton give Melton credit. The fucking super tips or whatever, the super tips, right? Like they drive this shit, and Moody gets the money and Melton helps. So he's gonna just fucking, he's sweeping for Melton more than anyone,
Right. Yeah. Why?
Is is going through a case about harassing a woman. That's what it comes down to. It's harassing Kayla. And he was warned multiple times. And under threat of jail, he still is incapable of stopping himself from carrying on that harassment to the point of his plea deal getting thrown out. Like he can't stop.
Both times this guy has had court orders to leave a woman alone because he couldn't do it on his own. He has violated that court order. Think about that. That's insane. You have a problem. You cannot stop yourself.
And to that, I say Nick can not stop himself either. It's not whataboutism. It's just they're both trying to get their fucking story out there. And to that I say, I think Aaron in his epiphany stream or comment about that went, and we read the letter. We read it.
What letter?
The letter that
he wrote to the judge?
Yes.
Okay.
And I think that too little too late, but he's going to have to man up and deal with it now till October. And that's all that he can do. And he will, and he'll be okay. But if you think that Nick has changed his mindset whatsoever, he hasn't. He ain't.
No,
all right, I have one more timestamp from this. Would you like to hear it, Eugene?
Of course, baby.
Okay. Bing, 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 bing. La, 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 la. La, la, la. 1. 112. La, 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 la.
Gino supposedly wrote. Maybe I'll text him and ask him if he can send that to me. Be good fodder for the show.
Did it ever show up in the court documents? Because if it did,
Oh, they want your letter the letter that you wrote.
Stupid.
then his lawyer didn't turn it in.
It didn't show up. Only the one from his mother.
What likely happened is it came across like Gino wrote it, and the lawyer said, "We're not going to turn this in."
And by the way, I love Gino, but if I'm ever in trouble with the law, I don't want him having my back. I'm good.
Those would be public, and
you don't. By the way, you don't, because I would be like, "What'd you do? You fucked up." You know what I mean? You don't want me on my. There's a reason that we don't deal with these fucking lawyers and shit. We don't do the dumb shit you do. Remember the time I said, "Hey, can someone Google my arrest record?" Because I remember once I was drunk in Delaware, like right out of college, and I jumped into a bar from the roof, and I ended up getting handcuffed to a bench for 2 hours. But I don't think there was an arrest. There was a beach. It's like you understand? Like, I'm sorry that you guys all deal in this. You're stealing credit cards and doing cocaine. Sorry, I'm not a bad boy. But I love the joke. It's like, why the fuck would you call me Carl? Like, that's just like, I wouldn't want Gino on my side. Good. Like that, they think that's a sick burn. Good. Hey Carl, why don't you see if your dad can vouch for you? He can, he's dead.
He would probably laugh at that. And his dad probably would too, I would hope. Sorry,
Jesus
Carl.
Christ.
The fact that no other letters were entered except his mother's means that the lawyer did not file them.
Right, that's what we're saying.
So that's what I've been told. Like, if it existed, we'd have it.
That makes sense.
It's more harmful to have Gino as a friend and advocate in cases like this. Like, it's
what am I
it's
afraid of?
honestly, and I'm not trying that as a dig at Gino. It's
more harmful to have Gino as a friend than an advocate.
Okay, because it's so like that's another reason. Like, I don't deal with the dabbleverse. Like, I was talking to one of my longtime friends today, and like, if he read, he's like, thank God he didn't hear that guy say that, because he's like, why do people even talk about you like that? How did these people know you well enough to say something that stupid?
Well, and
you know what I mean? Like, all my friends, like, I'm the most loyal guy you'll meet, but Moody, who's on the other side of the country, is just he's filling time.
He's on the other side of the world.
He's on the other side of the world. Like, I met Moody. And I was on. I'm like, are you gonna tell Mountain? He goes, yeah. I'm like, then what do you want from me? I don't know what's going on. But I was completely honest. Like, I don't want him on my side. No, because you hang out with liars and fat fucking pieces of shit. I don't want. What is it? I don't want you on my side, Moody.
Right.
Do you think there's ever been something in the dabbleverse? I'm like, I wish I could get these people to like me.
Oh no.
No, it's bad enough that fucking I've fucking dealt with people that I've been good to and they turned on me. I don't have to worry about the fucking faggots that believe them. I don't. Jesus Christ.
Let's see here.
what it is.
It's like having a co-defendant. He's literally almost like a co-defendant. It's like, why would he?
He's not a co-defendant. You cannot.
Did he say fendant or pendant?
Co-defendant. You cannot help what someone, if you recall, Gino had no idea like that Aaron was even trying to send him a photo. You can't help what somebody sends you.
Oh, he said, oh, he's pathetic.
A co-defendant. Shut up.
No, please. I'm telling you, let them keep going, because when Nick hears this, he's like, yeah, I'm on the right track, and you're not. Like, Nick and those two dopey bitches are so fucking lost. So fucking lost right now. And you can be like, nah. Or you could believe Moody and be like, Aaron's the only one that's really fucking getting worse. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's take our chances.
Who can't stop incriminating both himself and you further. He told the cops he no longer had the picture, but he was taunting Nick the other day saying, I've got the picture.
And that's the thing I wanted to bring up. You know, all of them know wholeheartedly that you are taunting Nick, saying, I shut my eyes and I can see the picture. I jerk off to it, right? They know for a fact. Of course you deleted that fucking picture.
But isn't it more fun, the fact that they talk shit, and I've said it, but there's a part of their fucking brain that is so used to being lied to, they're like, or does Gino still have the picture? And like you even saw, like we were watching twice. I'm not above it when they were doing that stream. I'm like, Keanu, I just had a $5 super chat. I'm jerking off to your wife. And Nick's like, I think he just, and here's this fucking third grade comeback. Oh, you jerk off to your wife. You can't fuck your own. Trust me. I'm sorry to be graphic. I fuck my wife all the time. And I would never jerk off to the picture of your wife that's in my mind. But, or is it? Or is it? Why don't you fucking do what you got to do? Be like, let's go. Don't waste my time or your money. But the bottom line is it exists in your brain, Nick. You know that you never saw the picture and I did. And you try and go like, remember he goes, he got it. It was like the worst third grade burn ever. Nick, you fucked up. You fucked up and you're a control freak and it drives you BANANAS insane. Okay, that's the one picture. Didn't you say they sent like 5 or 6 to the judge? Was it one of these? No.
Right.
Well, it's got to be one. It's got to be one I've seen. It's not. Control your wife. Yeah, that's the one, and that's what drives Nick nuts. Okay, it's one of the few. It may be only. I don't want to give myself too much credit. Time where you couldn't control your wife. You thought you had her 110% under your control. But it seems like a picture slipped through your fucking fingers, didn't it, Nick? And you'll never know what it looked like. I got it right up here.
Right.
And it'll never go away. And it'll never go away in your control freak mind. It's fine by me. But again, I don't think anyone in the dabbleverse would want me as a friend. Oh, no. I mean, he's fucking, I'm embarrassed for him.
No, it's bizarre. And the funny thing is, they know that all three of them were complicit in that fucking comment by Moody because they watch fucking everything and they know you don't have it. They know you've said,
here's another
I have
fun
it in my mind. And I know you're being facetious or whatever when you say, or do I have the photo? They know it. They know it.
But watch this. But now I'm not being facetious when I say this. Or is that not the only picture that you don't know about Nick that your wife posts for? Don't get me wrong. I don't have any other ones emblazoned in my head, but don't you think Nick thinks that? If she took that without how many others? Nick, you better control your wife, dude. You better control your wife. Your mistress is gone. You fucked that up. Or did you? No one knows. But trust me, you're winning. You're winning.
It's very sad. It's very sad. Very sad indeed.
Yeah.
Deleted it? You lied to the cops?
All right, so I think I want to show the Johnny Crutches reaction.
All right, so that's all there. How you feeling, Eugene?
What?
How you feeling, Eugene?
Pretty good. I'm halfway through my wine.
You
a little hungry, but I'll survive. Feel like we're... What's that? Gino have a girl iPhone. I do not, Oscar. I have a fucking broken screen droid. Fucking stepped on a jumping rope.
All right, kids. Would you like to, the last thing I had with these freaks is the photo of them at Stoney's. Would you like to see it?
Of course. Oh, I'm on. Hi.
This is a horrible photo. And again, I just think I don't understand this. I just can't. It like, hang on, let's see. Bing, bing, bing. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, bing, bing. I'm binging while you're sitting there too. Hang on one sec. La, 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 la.
What are you looking at, 6?
Kitty.
Good girl.
La, la, la. La, la. La, la. Bing, 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 bing. Aha. There she is. All right. This is not normal behavior. So they're going to go there to troll fucking Stonies. And listen, it's well within their right to go there. I just think it's like, you could just tell. It's the weirdest thing. It's like, do you have, if it's just the worst thing that ever happened to all of you, then, and oh my gosh, it's insane. I don't get them going there and doing this. Like, look at them. Look at this worm of a man. I don't get it. Patrick's hat looks dusty.
I don't. I mean, but this is what it is now. They're like, I remember when we did, like, I miss it. We did Comedians of the Compound, Compound, and we'd go to Vegas, we'd go to Austin. We had fans come from all over to celebrate Compound Media, Free Speech Network, to celebrate our stand-up shows. These guys are celebrating a court case where this guy in the tie is like, yeah, I pimped out my wife, but don't get me wrong, the guy pimped her out to while I was fucking his wife, well, we all colluded and we got him on a revenge porn charge. That's what they're celebrating. So kudos to you. If that's what entertainment is, God bless them. But it's another reason, like, I can't even be bothered. It's like that. Like, you remember, I used to fucking watch Melton with you. Used to joke around. I'm like,
right.
He disgusts me now.
I know, it's disgusting. It really is. Yeah.
I'll say it again. Like, I have a newfound, I don't want to say respect for Chad and fucking Kevin, but at least I get what they're doing. Right. I get it. And Kevin's the most authentic one. He's like, I hate these fucking people, but yet he likes being miserable. That's why he's fun to talk to. And he's the one people want them to read his super chats. It's another reason Melton, he's so fucking pathetic, trying to get Kevin to go to super tips because he wants his money. But that would never work because super tips don't show up in the stream. And the beauty of fucking what Kevin does is everyone wants, when they super chat, they want everyone to read their super chat while it's going through the stream. So again, Melton, you're a pathetic little bitch begging for Kevin. Every time you beg him to get the super tips, he did a whole stream once. There's so much money you lost. Did he? Jesus Christ, stop begging. You're so needy, so thirsty, Melton.
It's so sad. He's hungry too. It's wild. Araya said jaundice on the right. It's just like, this isn't behavior of a man who's so upset by him being a victim, as he's one of the victims in this, apparently, and his wife being a victim. It's just so not the behavior of people that have been victimized. I'm not saying that it was right. Toe's not even saying that it was right to ever send this photo. But then you go to this bar that Aaron frequents with this morbidly obese failed comedian. For what? I don't know. And I don't know, a worm with a mustache and a morbidly obese dusty man. I'm confused by this. You drag Kayla there, and then also they were saying today that what is it? God damn it. Nick, he was like, I ordered a cherry Coke, but I should have watched Cheeto because he could have put alcohol in it. Like, you're doing whippets.
But he just needs the drama. He's like, no one gives a fuck about you, Nick.
Yeah, and so then why did you go there? Do you think this is fun for your kids? Where are mommy and daddy going today? To Stonies? Like, with a weird, dusty,
but there's no way Kayla went in.
Man.
There's no way Kayla went inside, right?
She went. She was there. That's what they all said.
But did she go inside?
Yes.
God, what a sad.
Right. Yeah. Let's celebrate.
That's awful.
It's ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous. Pinstripe fucking disgusting suit. You're a worm with a mustache, with your weird red bearded, morbidly obese friend. It's gross. Did you, are you celebrating the fact that you didn't leave your wife for April? You douche lord, Nick? Okay. Had enough of you. Had enough. What do you say, Eugene?
What do I say, babe?
Well, did our friend Mersh ever get back to us?
Never got back. I guess we didn't get to him in time. They were saying in the chat, it's now or never. I thought they were busting balls. Maybe it was.
Well, then that's his loss.
Yeah. I'll give him, I'll throw him in, like I texted him. I said, but when I gave him the thing, I'm like, come on in 20, but I sent him the fucking link immediately.
Did he text you back? You tell us.
And no, he never did. He's like, let me on, it'll be fun. Is he still live? I'm just going to put so no,
I think
question
Melvin's
mark.
live.
There, I sent him so no with a little heart emoji.
We probably went way longer than 20 minutes. So
Yeah, but
probably
I gave him the option. I'm like, come on in 20 minutes, and he had the link. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I waited 20 and then sent it.
True.
Don't blame me.
I was interested to hear what he had to say, but what's Mel? But okay, here now here's what Melton's doing. Want to see?
Yes.
He's showing all of it. He's showing his trip at Stoney's and in St.
Is this
Cloud.
live now?
Yeah.
Oh, everyone's
Take that,
live
peg
tonight.
leg.
Jesus Christ, goddamn! It's a keg party.
What's great is there's a door here. This must be like an office or something. It has no door handle or lock. So feel free to break right in. This is the fucking decaying old house that is Stoney's. You know this door be slamming. The spring is all broken.
This is so good.
It's just the craziest thing. The fact that he went there is unbelievable to me. Like, how does that help anything?
Isn't it a biker bar? What did they give a fuck about that door for?
Right. Haven't you ever been to a dive before?
Yeah, isn't he? Aren't these bikers and veterans?
Right.
What has Melton done?
God.
Well, I'll tell you, did he fight the battle? He didn't fight the Battle of the Bulge. He's a fat faggot. Ugh.
Not that word, but
I'm sorry, but he might. You know what? I apologize because he might be gay.
I think he is. You could
So
tell
I
behind
really,
the eyes.
if Melton's gay, I really do apologize for. Then that was an F slur, and I really do apologize.
There
I
you
just
go.
meant it like a dude. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, Melton's queer, so I'm sorry I called him the F word. But it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. It's silly and stupid. No, we're not gonna.
Nothing like a 2-cigar Friday, people.
A 2-cigar Friday. All right. I have to get to South Carolina tomorrow. I was gonna play a little I was gonna play a little Chad. Oh, here's something we can
Chad.
Here's something we can fight about, Gino.
Oh, okay. Bitch. Sorry, baby.
I don't like that Harvey Milk was the commemorative Harvey Milk name was taken off of a ship.
That was like over a
recently.
month ago.
No, it just happened. They did it for real.
It needed to be taken off.
Why?
Because again, I've never served in the military, nor have you. Kudos to my Uncle Frank, who fought in World War II. My father, who fought in the Korean War. Everyone who serves. Most of them are getting drunk with their motorcycles parked outside Stoney's right now. But again, it's like, look, this is war, and if they don't want it, if they think it's not aggressive enough having a ship named after a gay person, I understand. If you're sailing into battle and your ship is named after a gay person, I have no problem with gay people. I don't. But it's a war thing. It's a fucking warrior mentality. That's all. Okay, and that's why he did it. And I'm not saying thank God he did it, but I'm saying I get why he did it. And I prefaced it, and I'll preface it, and I'll end it with, I've never been in the military, but it's not my place to say, but I understand why they might do it. Is that fair?
I think it's messed up.
You have even less a right to say it than me.
Less a right to say it than me
I guess
than
not.
you.
You have even less of a right to it. I meant to say, and I'm wrong.
There's no. This is bullshit.
We have no right to an opinion on
I thought
this.
we weren't at war.
What's that? We're not at war.
Right. We have to go out of our way to take Harvey Milk's name.
I don't think they went out of their way at all. They're like, get it off the boat.
Why?
Because the guy's gay and it's not a warrior mentality. That's why they did it. What? You can say,
you think there are what about you think there aren't gay people in the military? You think that Harvey Milk wasn't assassinated and wasn't a great fucking member of the fucking government? And he needs to
I don't really know that much about him other than you always play that clip.
Well,
but I do know he was gay.
He was assassinated and he did a lot. He was the first openly gay person in government.
Okay, good for him. That's great.
Right. So you just went on a diatribe about how it's not a war mentality.
It's not a warrior mentality. Like they could, I'm sure there's.
But I thought we weren't in war.
We're not in a war, but it's a warship. It's a
why do
that
we
makes
have to
no
strip
sense.
his name off of it?
What's that?
Why do we have to strip his name off of it?
Because it's a warship, and you want
And
a
being
warrior
gay-
mentality on your warship.
And no gay man is a warrior. Let me tell you
That's not
something.
what I said. I just said that's their logistics.
No, let me tell you something.
Please,
Gay
your
people
show.
are far more fucking gay men. They're far more fucking in shape and warriors.
Not
than,
necessarily.
Yeah, pretty much. It's not a war mentality. That's ridiculous. Gino. I like
Jenna,
our-
that's not ridiculous. It'd be one thing if I was like, get that fucking queer's name off everything. No, they could do whatever they want. Like, it's a great movie. I love the clip, but it's like the military doesn't believe his name belongs on a warship.
Why not?
Because he's gay and it's not a warrior mentality.
Well,
that's their reasoning. I'm not saying
so gay people shouldn't be in the military.
That's up to them. And no, they have the same rights as anyone else. If they qualify for any of the 4 branches, they belong.
He was a fucking. We can't. Okay.
I could see if Harvey Milk was it. Watch this. I could see if Harvey Milk was in the military and he did something amazing as, you ready for the word, a warrior. But he didn't. He's just, you said it. He's the first gay politician. God
No,
bless
he
him.
did a
Then
fucking
name
lot
watch
for a
this.
lot of
If they
people.
named a state building after him, and I bet they have, no one's going to take the name off that.
What is the purpose?
But he was
of
never in the
okay,
military.
How about
So
this?
get it off the fucking ship.
How about this, Gino?
Okay.
Why is it necessary to do that? I'm sure you're.
How do I?
I'm sure you're of the standpoint that it's stupid and like ridiculous to take down statues of people like John C. Calhoun in Charleston.
Robert E. Lee.
Do you think that those statues should have been taken down?
No,
Why not?
because they were military leaders who contributed great
Racist
things.
military leaders.
Keanu, it was racist, but they did great things leading fucking men. Okay? Like, if you look up the things Robert E. Lee did other than lead the South in the War of Northern Aggression. But again, this is a military guy who had a military statue. No one's going to say Harvey Milk's gay.
So,
take
but
down his
because
Pete
they were
Keanu.
racist, we shouldn't, a little in Charleston is specifically that statue of John C. Calhoun who faces the South,
Right.
because he was a racist. I had no problem with that coming down.
I don't even know. There's something. Who's John C. Calhoun?
John C. Calhoun, the statue in Charleston.
The what?
He was a somebody that fought in the Civil War, or he was a general in the Civil War, right? And he was a known like crazy racist, right? And they took that statue down. Do you have a problem with that?
I'll put it a different way. I don't have a problem with them leaving it up because it wasn't racism back then.
Well, then
slavery
why
was
do
a thing back then.
why do
How
we-
come you're not up in arms about all the countries that still have slaves?
Okay.
Why do we still, Keanu? Why do we even have relations with Africa when they were the ones that fucking sold us their
What
slaves?
countries have slaves?
What's that?
What countries have slaves?
Look it up. Lots of them.
Which ones?
What you put it up on the screen? Google. Hey Alexa,
And
in
and
what
also
countries
this
do
is-
they still have slavery?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Google it. Hey Alexa, does slavery still exist today?
Here's something I found on wikipedia.org. Although slavery is technically illegal in all countries today, the practice continues in many locations around the world,
Many?
primarily in Africa and Asia.
Why do
often
we
with
even talk to
government
Africa and
support.
Asia, Keanu?
I was asking you.
Why don't we tear down? Why don't we make a statue of Africa and Asia
I was
and drop
asking-
a bomb on them?
I was asking a specific question about why it's necessary to rename this ship of Harvey Milk.
And I'll say it again. Everyone,
Not a war mentality.
no, Keanu. Not only that, he was never in the military. Give him a state building in San Francisco. Give him a state building anywhere in the country. Make a statue of him. But he doesn't get a warship anymore because he wasn't in the military. If you name a gay guy that was in the military and did something amazing as a warrior, name a ship after him. How come I don't have a Navy ship named after me?
It seems like it's unnecessary to do.
Nope. I told you.
That ship can still fight wars with Harvey Milk's name on it.
Watch. It's a fair statement. Seems like it's unnecessary, but it's not fucking
Wrong.
Well,
no, you're the same person that says that these statues shouldn't be taken down.
Because why are we taking that? Why aren't we bombing Africa off the face of the earth? Because slavery. Alexa just said it. It's illegal now, but they're still slaves.
Harvey Milk was in the Navy during North Korea.
There you go. Oh, that's a beaut. All right, thank you, push-ups.
Thank you, push-ups.
But did he do anything amazing? Okay, so watch his push-ups, and you don't have to pay. So he gets he gets a boat named after him because he was gay and in the military.
He did
I need
a lot.
a little more. Again,
you need more?
Yeah, I do. Name a state building after him, but
So
don't
he
name a
wasn't-
ship after him.
He was in the military and served for our country and was the first openly gay governor or whatever.
Right,
in
his
San
major
Francisco.
contributions are as a politician, not as a fucking serviceman.
No, wait, what do you mean? So let's look up what he did in the military. It does.
Google it. I mean, look it up.
It seems to me like it's like, no, we're just not doing that. It seems unnecessary to rename this ship.
I would agree. I would argue it is unnecessary.
Yes.
But it's not wrong.
Why is it not wrong? He was in the military. and
So what? He didn't do anything. A lot of people are in the military. Why isn't there a ship
assassinated.
named after my old man?
He was
Excuse me, a plane.
He was assassinated, Gino.
Not in the military. That's enough. If he died in the military, yeah. Unless it was of AIDS, because he's queer.
Get
but
out.
you understand? That was pretty good. That's
out.
all I'm saying, babe.
No, you're the same person that says we shouldn't be taking these statues down, and you don't find
That's
it
not
odd.
what I said. I said if you're going to take those statues down, it's a fucking double standard because people had slaves then. And I've had it with people saying like, oh, fucking all these old white men wrote the Constitution. They were in their late 20s. And slavery was fucking a normal practice back then. Okay?
No, it's unnecessary for them to take Harvey Milk's name off of that ship. It is. It's just a fucking dig.
It is unnecessary, but I don't think it's a dig. I don't think it's a dig.
It is a dig. It's a dig.
What's it say in the article?
Oh, let's see. La 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 la.
By the way, thank you, Push-Ups. Look at Push-Ups' response. It was virtue signaling to put him on the first place. And you don't know Zucker because he didn't do anything of note. Of
put
course,
him
I'll
on
tell you
the
what he did
first
do.
place.
He served in the military, unlike this fag. That gay man served in the military, unlike this fag.
Don't say that here.
Sorry, I was making fun of me. What do you got?
It's just a dig. So it was virtue signaling to put him on, okay? But he was in the military. He did a lot for fucking gay people. He was assassinated. And I don't think it's crazy that his fucking name was on this ship.
I don't think it's crazy that it was either, and I don't think it's crazy that they took it off.
No, I think it's crazy and wrong that they took it off.
Watch this. Who's Oscar Peterson?
Who cares?
Because I guarantee you Oscar Peterson is some military. Maybe he's gay. I doubt it. But
Yeah,
wouldn't it be
Gino,
neat if
you
he
think
was
he's gay?
If he was gay, that would I bet we'd both agree. All right, that's fine. That proves both our
I
points.
would. Okay, they're going to replace the. Why can't they have two military ships with a gay person?
Why'd
in it?
Oscar get it? He sucked way more dicks in the military than Harvey.
You're Oscar wild and out right now. Okay.
Is it just a video? There's no story?
No, I'm going to read it.
Oh,
now.
thank you.
Hegseth announces USNS Harvey Milk is being renamed the USNS Oscar V. Peterson. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth announced on Friday that the USNS Harvey Milk is being renamed the Oscar V. Peterson after he ordered the Navy to strike the name of the pioneering gay rights activist from the ship.
Sure.
Why?
Well, let's read it. We
Hegseth
spoke our reasons.
Hegseth made the announcement in a video posted to X. We are taking politics out of the ship naming. Okay.
I love it.
No, it's not. It's actually putting more politics into the ship because
Why?
It's not necessary. Harvey was in the military. Harvey was he was assassinated. He was
not in the military.
He was assassinated. He was the
lot of
first
people were
openly gay
assassinated, Keanu.
politician. There's no reason taking his name out is more it puts more politics in it than it would have been to just keep it on. It's saying he's just a, gay politician. He did nothing. He was in the military. He deserves to be on the ship. It does not matter that they're going to say that it's we're trying to take politics off the ship. That's bullshit. It's a fucking direct attack on fucking gay people in the country, in my opinion.
No, it's not. I disagree.
Well, that you are more than welcome to disagree.
I mean, again, if they took him off a state building or something. Hey, Alexa, are there any state buildings named after Harvey Milk?
I found a Harlem State Office building.
No.
Harlem State Office building is 3.4 miles away on
Hey, Alexa, are there
process
any
in this
buildings
country, but it's
named
very,
after
very difficult.
politician
To do so by
Harvey Milk?
executive order is extraordinarily aggressive.
I don't
For
have
many,
any-
many years, the idea of eliminating birthright
My pleasure.
citizenship was considered
Just
at the
doing the
extreme fringe.
What is this guy yapping about? I think it's a different
No,
video.
it was not. Had nothing
Does
to
it
do
say
with
who
that.
Oscar who's Oscar Peterson?
I'm going to read it right now.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome. Let's get to it together. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth announced Friday that the USN Harvey Milk is going to be renamed the USNS Oscar V. Peterson after he ordered the Navy to strike the name of the pioneering gay rights activist from the ship. I know you're angry. I'm angry.
How have you not played that yet?
I didn't have the time.
Sorry, baby.
I know you're angry.
Better when you do it anyway. I love it.
I'm angry. We are taking politics out of the ship naming. Shut the fuck up, Hegseth said. We're not renaming the ship to anything political. This is not about political activists. Okay. He fought in the military, but no, it's not enough. Unlike the previous administration, instead, we're renaming the ship after a United States Navy Congressional Medal of Honor recipient as it should be. No.
There you go. And by the way, see what our boy High Pam
shouldn't
said?
be.
There's a school named after him in the Castro district.
Yeah, great. He got a school in the Castro district.
That's nice.
Taking his name off of this is ridiculous.
They gave it to a guy who's a war hero.
What is the purpose other than to say,
Keanu,
he's just a
like,
gay
let me
activist.
pay a compliment to all gay people. You don't get a medal just for being gay. You don't get a boat just for being gay. You don't. And they're like, this guy, I get it, he was gay. I get it, he was a great political leader. We'll name a school after him in the Castro district. Hi, Pam. Thanks for the thermos.
So it's
Love
not.
you.
So it's not enough that he was the first openly gay politician, changing it for many other gay people, and changing just being gay in general. Not enough, and he was also in the military. That's not enough.
No.
That's stupid, in my opinion. And I love
Obviously it is. I respect that.
Peterson. Hegseth.
But here's the thing. There's a lot of other things that bother me way more than this. I wish
It bothers
and let me tell you, and I watch this, Keanu. It does bother you, and I'm so sorry because
Why even
watch
do
this,
it,
watch this. I'm so sorry it bothers you because this is one of the few things where I'm like, I get it. There's so many things in politics where I'm like, it's driving me insane. Like this is driving you, so I feel for you. But luckily for me, I'm like, I get that. This makes sense to me. I'm not saying
it doesn't
like
make
trust
sense
me.
to
I would if they kept the name. If this article said, you know what, they decided that they're keeping the name Harvey Milk on the boat, I'd be like, fine with that too.
How about this? Johnny Claire says this. Look
Go.
at this. There's a ship named after Harriet Tubman. She wasn't in the Navy.
Yes, but she helped. She fought she was a huge figure during this. Couldn't resist during the Civil War, so I could get that. You know what I mean? Again, and I'm not saying
Harvey
like
Milk was a
there's
huge
no
figure.
fucking black and white here. It's gray, or well, there is black with the Harriet Tubman.
You're saying you get it and it's fine. It's not fine.
Harriet Tubman helped people during the Civil War. You could argue she's kind of a war hero. She helped free slaves during the war.
Harvey Milk was also in the Navy, and he
didn't do anything in the Navy.
You could.
By the way, all he did in the Navy. By the way, all he did in the Navy
you
is.
could argue that he was a hero in the war against gays.
He wasn't.
The Anita
I don't think
Bryants
anyone knew.
of the world.
No one knew he was gay when he was in the military.
Anita Bryants of the world, where gays were getting fucking accosted in the fucking streets. Harvey Milk.
But no one knew he was gay when he was in the military. I don't think.
Gino.
What?
Harriet Tubman wasn't in the military.
No.
I'm not saying to take her name off of a fucking boat.
Oh, so racist. But what I'm saying is,
I'm not saying that. But to your point, I think this is unnecessary. They shouldn't be doing it. And it's clearly like, fuck you. We're not going to have this gay man's name on
and
this
Harriet
boat.
Tubman.
So.
Do you understand? Like, I would think they're like Harriet Tubman. Like, look, we were shitty to the blacks. She was great during the Civil War. She helped all these people name a boat after her because of what went on. But it's like
Harvey Milk fought in Korea.
Yeah, but he didn't do anything of note other than fought as a gay man.
He didn't do anything of note.
There were you even said that there are a lot of gay men that fought in Korea. We could both argue.
Not a politician that made it okay. Not the first openly gay politician that fucking fought against the war against the religious right that made fucking gay people feel okay to be gay and was assassinated. He was assassinated.
If he died in Korea, then he gets the boat. He didn't.
It's unnecessary.
He gets a school, and I bet there's St. Ranger. Any other things named after him? I know you lived in San Fran for a while. I guarantee he's got shit named after him.
It's unnecessary and offensive to take his name off of this boat.
Nope. To you, it is.
It's ridiculous. But you're the same person that doesn't like fucking Civil War on the racist side statues to be taken down.
No, I didn't say I didn't like them taken down. I said I don't mind.
Why would you
trust
put
me,
that up?
it's not the biggest thing in the world. But all I said is you take them down. Fucking, you know why they take them down, Keanu? Because they want us to. Because they want us to forget our history. That's why they do these things, Keanu. People take down Thomas Jefferson's thing. Why? Well, he had slaves. Yeah, everyone had slaves back then. But he should have. Stop it. Guy fucking wrote the Constitution, and they want you to forget the Constitution. Believe you me, that is how you fucking indoctrinate a country. You make them forget their history. You kill their old people.
They want you to forget that Harvey Milk was assassinated fighting for what he fucking believed in.
No, they don't.
Why
they're not tearing down the statue. They're renaming a boat.
There is no purpose to rename this boat. He fought in fucking Korea, okay?
So did a lot of gay guys. Why didn't they get a boat?
He was the first openly gay politician.
That's why they named the school after him.
He was assassinated.
You've said that 13 fucking times.
Fighting for what he
He's
believed
hanging out with
in.
Carl's dad now. We get it.
Fighting for what he fucking believed in. Do you know how many times he ran? It took him, I think.
I didn't know this.
It took him. He ran over and over and over again to just get in there, to show that it's okay. The Anita Bryants of the world aren't going to fucking make us feel bad about being who we are. That is ship worthy to me, especially since he fought in the military and especially since he was assassinated by another politician. Okay. I think it's ship worthy. And I think that this is nothing but it's we're not doing it because he didn't do enough in the military, but he fought for people's fucking rights. He fought for Korea.
The Harvey Milk building can refer.
Korea.
If
How
I may,
many other ships?
Keanu, if I may, the Harvey Milk building, you Google it. That's what can refer to a few different locations in San Francisco. Most notably, Castro Camera at 575 Castro Street, where Harvey Milk ran his camera store and campaign headquarters. It can also refer to the Harvey Milk Center for the Recreational Arts, which overlooks Dubois Park.
So
additionally, there's Harvey Milk Terminal 1 at San Francisco International Airport, and there's a Harvey Milk Plaza, which, while not a building, is the public space at the intersection of Market and Castro Streets, undergoing renovations in honor of Harvey Milk. Now, let me explain something. Everything they did here commemorates Harvey Milk. They fucking Castro camera commemorates what you said, the first openly gay politician who ran and won. This is a beautiful thing to commemorate the achievement of a gay man. Sorry that the gay man was in the Navy and he lost his boat. Didn't earn that. Everything he was gotten, everything given here, he earned. Sorry. Everything he was given here, he earned, and it's a beautiful statement of America's love of gay people now. But you don't get the boat too. Let it go. The guy that's a war hero that earned the Congressional Medal of Honor gets the boat.
I'm sure they have another boat they could put his
But
name
Keanu,
on.
you're missing the point. It's like he got all these things named after him. So don't act like we don't like gays.
So no,
don't
it's
act
it's
like that's another thing. Just because you're gay, you don't get everything anymore. Sorry, the world's changing.
There it goes. There it goes. That's what it is.
What do you mean?
Right. You're like, oh, it was just
Keanu, you're the one like this isn't enough. He needs a boat too.
No, he had the boat. Why take his name off?
Because he didn't earn the boat. He earned all of these things.
The boat.
He didn't earn the boat.
He was assassinated. He was
Stop.
assassinated.
I feel like we're
and
stuck
fought
on a
North
clue in the
Korea.
pyramid.
He fought in North Korea. I won't agree with you on this. I think it's a fucking definite political. They're saying, they're trying to say like this. We're taking politics out of it. No, you are putting politics of the day into it by doing that. Because what do you think the reaction is going to be? It's obviously
I think liberals like you are going to get pissed off, so I love it.
You sound like Anita Bryant.
Keanu, please, with the say Anita Bryant and he got assassinated again because you read about Anita Bryant, who's long since been dead, and no one liked her for her stance on gays.
I'm sure you remember, old timer.
No, I never. All I knew Anita Bryant, she did orange juice commercials and was on the NFL Today, and then you heard she hated gay people.
No,
and even I was like,
she said in her orange juice commercials, they're trying to take down the family unit, these savages that are gay. Or
when did she say that? What year?
No, because you don't know as much about Harvey Milk as I do.
I do not. I do know he has 4 buildings named after in San Francisco, which you didn't know.
I think that it's ridiculous and obviously extremely political to take his name off of this boat. He was a war hero too. Anybody that fights in a war is a hero.
And Rebel the Uncanny is right. There's probably a few glory holes named after him. Thank you, Rebel. Good one, Rebel the Uncanny.
Are you having fun?
Having a killer time.
Are you having a killer time?
But again, I'll tell you, I do like the fact that I Googled that and all that shit came up. Because again, America's a great place, but people just want to have problems. They do.
Well, America's had its problems. I think going backward
and everyone's welcome to move.
Removing the
everyone's welcome to move.
Well, I think that removing his name from this ship is a pointed fucking there's no reason for it. They have plenty of military ships.
You might not think it's a good reason, but I told you the reason they did it.
It's just an asshole thing to do, in my opinion. Do you want it? Should we read the rest of the article?
I'd love to hear more. Maybe it mentions the 4 buildings that are currently named after in honor of this icon of a man who blazed the trail for gay politicians all over.
And was a war hero.
So that Pete Buttigieg
was a war hero.
So that Pete Buttigieg could mandate electric cars, take 8 months off, and fuck up the country.
Oh boy.
Yeah, because I'll tell you something.
Right. Okay.
Harvey Milk earned his position. That means
on the ship.
No. And by the way, it's bad enough. The Navy already has the gay stereotype. Wasn't the fucking gay village person? Forgive me. What the village person that was in the military? He fucking chose. They sang a song in the Navy. You got to get Milk off that boat.
Right. So yeah, I just think it's ridiculous. Peterson Hegseth said.
Johnny Clare wrote 4 buildings and a boat. What a greedy gay. He's very funny.
Oh yeah, so greedy. Right. Johnny Clare.
More Johnny. He couldn't get enough. He couldn't get enough, Johnny.
Johnny said, you didn't say a good reason. You didn't. There is no reason. There's no real reason for somebody.
I said the reason. You might not think it's good. You might not think it's good, but that's the reason.
No, for someone, it's not a good reason.
That's your opinion.
No, because
that's your opinion.
Because, the layman would go, well, Harvey Milk must have been a disgraced person.
No, they wouldn't.
You
the layman would have the
name,
same discussion, but not for 8 hours.
You remove a name or, take down a statue if they're like a disgraced person. He's not disgraced. They're just gonna he's gay, so we're gonna put something else and take the politics out of it. When in fact, it's putting more politics in it than you can imagine. Because it just says something about the way of the world. That's all. But I love you.
Baby, I'm right there. But again, you might not think it's a good reason, but it's a reason. It's up for it's the good or bad is it's in the eye of the beholder.
Say this. How about this? Somebody's name being removed from a ship or a statue being taken down means they did something wrong.
No.
Typically, yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Nope. You think that because of why they're tearing down statues.
John C. Calhoun was a racist statue facing towards the south.
Why was he a racist?
He was a known racist. I lived in
Hey,
Charleston.
Alexa, who was John C. Calhoun?
I'm telling you.
According to Wikipedia, John Caldwell Calhoun was an American statesman and political theorist who served as the 7th Vice President of the United States from 1825 to 1832.
I didn't know that.
He was his statue in Marion Square, right by where we got married. It used to be there. Okay. He faced towards the south because he was an incredible fucking racist. Okay. And
well, maybe he was he loved the South.
He was no.
What did he do that was so racist?
Gino, you don't know about it.
I don't. I'm asking. That's why I said, what did he do that was so racist?
Everyone, this is Charleston lore. Everyone knew that, and he said, "You never go above Calhoun Street because the black people are above Calhoun Street." I know. I'm telling you, 100%. So he was right at Calhoun and King Street, facing towards the south. Because that's disgraceful. That's why that statue was taken down, because it meant so much to so many people, black people living in the area.
Yeah, I don't like it either. Go on.
Okay, well, listen. This is why. That's disgraceful. Harvey Milk didn't do anything fucking disgraceful. He did nothing.
No, that's why he has 4 buildings named after him, baby. What he did was
but we
amazing.
have to take his name off of a ship. For what?
What's
they're
that?
going to act like it's not political.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it. I'll say it again, because he fucking didn't do anything to merit the ship other than be a gay guy in the Navy.
No, he did. Okay. He fought in North Korea and was assassinated.
Oh yeah, it was removed. It was removed. Yes, the statue of John C. Calhoun was removed from Marion Square in Charleston, as my wife said. She's very smart. June 24, 2020, following a unanimous vote by Charleston City Council. Statue of controversial monument to a slavery advocate. Yeah, right there. And former U.S. There I could see taking it down, because it wasn't that Jefferson was a slavery advocate. He wrote the Constitution and he had slaves. So if this guy was like, yeah, more slaves, yeah, I could see it. But you'll love this. You'll love my thoughts on. You'll love me reading this. The statue's removal was a significant event taking place amidst nationwide protests following the murder of George Floyd. That's funny.
Hilarious, Gino.
By the way, while removed, the statue's fate remains uncertain. It's currently stored in an undisclosed location, and legal challenges.
I'm telling you, I lived there.
They want to move it, by the way.
was not good.
Sorry,
it was not in good favor. Nobody wanted it there. I'm telling you.
By the way, he was a staunch defender of slavery. So yeah, like none of these other guys were staunch defenders of slavery.
I'm just saying one statue. You defend the statues, not being.
I didn't defend this statue. I asked about it. That's why I looked it up.
And I told you, and then you looked it up.
Yeah, because you didn't tell me all this stuff. I love it.
Right. So goodbye, John C. Calhoun.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
And I even said, I'm like, I get did I not say, oh, put it back up? I'm like, I get it. It literally says they made a statue in honor of a guy that loved slavery. There were other things he did, but one of his notable achievements were, I don't know why we're getting rid of these slaves. But that wasn't Thomas Jefferson. That wasn't Robert E. Lee. Robert E. Lee was fighting so the South could fucking secede from the Union.
I gave you an example of something that I know from a place that I lived.
Yeah, I love it.
So that's what I'm saying. There's no reason. So you would call him disgraced, John C. Calhoun. There's no reason for that statue to be there, correct? Yes?
What's that?
Yes or no?
There's no reason for the Calhoun thing to be there.
Right. I would call him disgraced. He did something wrong. Nobody wanted it there. It was just an eyesore to people that lived in Charleston.
He
correct?
was the main spokesman for slavery, this guy said. I didn't know
Exactly. Main spokesman for
I didn't know
slavery.
any of this. I love it. Yeah, go on.
So correct. That's disgraceful. So the statue should be taken down, correct?
If he just got it because he was so pro-slavery, yeah, sure.
Okay.
No
Right.
problem with that.
So I'm not saying all the statues should be taken down.
No,
but what
they
is
shouldn't.
the purpose? What is the purpose?
Do you want me
other
to say it
than-
again?
other-
Because
well,
he
let me
did nothing in
finish.
the
Let me
Navy
finish.
of note.
What is the purpose of taking renaming the boat other than being political?
It was named after a man that served the military and the Navy and won the Congressional Medal of Honor. You don't
What?
get a boat just for being gay. You get a
Not
you
just,
get 4
just for
buildings
being
in
gay,
San
Just
Francisco.
for being gay, he was assassinated. He meant so
Not in the
much to
Navy.
so many people.
He was not
So
he was
why'd
assa-
they put him on the boat in the first place?
What's
Gino?
that? I don't
Why-
know. I wasn't there.
Okay, so it's cool to just like rename a boat.
This is
You
pretty
think
cool.
it has nothing political? There's no politics involved.
I don't. Well, it depends. It depends how you define politics. If you ask me.
Well,
Do you?
we're in
What
a
do you?
very,
Watch this. What do you think the political move was?
you know what? Harvey Milk doesn't deserve it. Gay bad, whatever.
So
Trump's
you
in
think
office.
Peter
Yeah.
Hegseth is saying gay is bad?
Nah. I mean, I can't.
I don't know
prove
how
it.
you live in. I don't know
didn't
how
even
you
finish
live in
the
a country
article.
that hates gays so much. That if I thought this country hated gays, I'd be like, I would be uncomfortable.
We're
I mean, I
rolling
was
back on
uncomfortable
gay
with
rights, and it's the state's decision, right?
what is.
If gay people can get married or not?
No, not right now.
No, they're rolling back a lot of things on gay rights.
What if they rolled back?
I would have to pull up the article. I wasn't
Please pull it up
prepared.
because they pulled nothing back.
No. I know for a fact they have.
Show me the article.
I say I'm not prepared.
I'm going to need to see that article because until
Well,
you show me
then
that
we'll
article, I'm
leave
going to
it-
tell you
yeah.
a gay man has the right of a straight man. We all have the same rights in this country. We all have the same rights. Okay, and you can believe the lies because you're indoctrinated into the dipshits that listen to Kamala Harris.
How long did it take?
No. You're not changing the subject.
Don't bring up Kamala Harris again. We're not
But
doing
Kiana,
that.
you're changing the subject. I need to see the article of what rights gay people have lost.
I would.
They've lost none. They've lost
They're-
none.
They're rolling back. States should be able to decide whether or not.
What does that
gay
mean? They're
people
rolling
can
back.
get
Show me
married.
the rollback.
It was at first.
What was?
That gay marriage was legal. Now it's like, well,
Gay marriage is legal.
in every single state.
In every single state, gay marriage is legal.
Well, you have to let me look something.
But you believe it's not because you listen to the lies.
No, I'm not. I'm
Gay
looking it
people
up.
have all the rights we have. They just don't get boats. You don't get boats just for being gay anymore. Because I don't get a boat just for being straight. Because we all have the same rights.
So we're gonna take it down. Yes, exactly.
What's that?
Nothing. I'm looking up. Mapping attacks on legislations.
Go get yourself a drink while she looks for an article that doesn't exist.
Okay. Well, this is why I said I did.
While she's doing that, I will point out Phillies won 11-0. And I called this, and don't get me wrong, anyone that follows baseball knows this. Let me know when you find the article. I said this to Garrett. He sat on that couch. And I said, they're going to score like 30 runs tomorrow. And it's going to be like, why couldn't we score 4 of those over the past 3 games? Ready for this? In the past 4 games, the Phillies have outscored their opponents. I think they won 13-0 today. In the past 4 games, the Phillies have outscored their opponents 15-5. And they've won 1 game. It's baseball, Ray. It's hilarious. All right, back to you, baby. What do you got?
Well, you told me I needed to look up the article. So
We're looking for an article of all the rights gay people have lost since Donald Trump came into office. Here's what they've lost. 1 boat. They lost 1 boat. They lost a boat. Sorry. No one took Pride Month away. Although we both laughed at the way Robert Schneider made fun of Pride Month and me and Keanu both agreed. There's not a single more gay, and I bet we'll both agree. More gay people are upset about the vote than if you said you don't get Pride Month. They're like, we're proud every month. You know what I mean? That's the beauty of America. No one like don't get me wrong, crazy religious people might have been like, thank God. I could see if the Catholic Church said you got to get rid of that boat's name, and they kowtowed to them, but they didn't. They didn't. You don't get a vote for being gay. You got 4 buildings. Like you get a camera shop where the first gay guy ever got nominated, and that was his officer. Like, this is great. People need to know this. So we don't forget the past. We don't forget there were times when Anita Bryant would say ridiculous shit on the air, and people were like, "This girl gets it."
It wasn't ridiculous at the time.
No,
Harvey
it wasn't
Milk
at the
changed
time.
That.
I agree.
No. It was ridiculous at the time, and Harvey Milk fucking changed that.
Yes, that's why he gets
He fought.
He didn't do it on a boat, though.
He fought for people until he was fucking assassinated.
He was assassinated? You haven't mentioned that yet.
So his name doesn't deserve to be on a boat.
What's that?
His name does not deserve to be on a boat.
I didn't say it doesn't deserve to be on the boat.
For North Korea.
I said I'm not. Maybe I said it joking. Like, it's not that it doesn't deserve to be on the boat, but it doesn't make sense for it to be on the boat when there's more deserving people that should be on that boat. He didn't do anything other than be a gay guy in the Navy, and that's great. But you don't get that. And I think I think I read somewhere, it's like it's not a warrior mentality, which is fine. And again, I can't weigh in on that because this pussy never had to serve, thank God. Larry did. Larry served. Fucking this is this.
Let's put Larry's name on a boat.
So you didn't find all the...
I have a whole fucking map of it, and I'm sorry, it's a lot to decipher. Where the gay rights are being attacked in the country.
Attacked? By whom?
Not, I guess you can't call it
attacked by whom? By Trump? By the government? No.
Okay, I see. Right.
No, but these are the lies of the left. These are like when you get people like, oh, I'm so worried there's a woman, like when Sonny Hostin goes, oh, my daughter woke up today with less rights than she went to bed with. That's a retarded person. That's actually, forgive me. She's not. She knows exactly what she's saying. I couldn't be more wrong. That's an evil person, fully aware of maybe not, maybe she's that dumb, but gay people and women have all the rights that straight men do. They do, and they deserve them.
Passed a law, other school restrictions.
She'll be here a while. There's nothing.
No, there's a whole. Gino,
what?
All right, no, it's fine. That's fine.
Show it to me. I want to know. I'd hate to be wrong, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
No, you're definitely wrong.
What?
If you think that there's nothing has changed and bills have not been put into place.
Name a bill. Schultz.
If bills have not been put into place that attack gay rights.
Show me a bill that's put in place that attacks gay rights.
I'm trying to, but
hey, Alexa,
she'll be here a while.
Can you name a bill that attacks gay rights?
A while, he says. She'll be here a while.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Anyway.
Hey, Alexa, what rights have gay people lost under Donald Trump?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
You can't.
Texas, there's a bunch. Texas again.
What are they? Tell me.
SB 12. Passed into law. Which
is
SB 12. Let's see. What does it say? And again, relating to parental rights in public education, to certain public school requirements, prohibits regarding instruction, diversity, equality, inclusion duties, social transitioning, and student clubs at public schools. Okay.
So basically, that's the law.
First one.
That's the law that Donald Trump talked about today. Where if you don't agree with LGBTQ lessons, they're not allowed to be taught in school. And it also probably applies to you're not allowed to withhold from parents as the school teacher.
You expect me? I don't have a fucking cohesive list, but there's an entire map of it that you can look at. And I have read a cohesive list, but this was not the conversation.
What's the list?
I would have to look back and find it, okay, so that it's succinct for you. Or you can say she'll be here a while.
You're there a while.
No, you're being a douchebag.
I'm not.
Yeah, no, you are.
I'm being correct because
no.
If God forbid there was a law passed that restricted the rights of a gay person, trust me, it would come up. Trust me. Max Loads would have talked about it on our show every Friday. Shameless plug. But
Maybe
there's not.
you just don't want to see the fucking truth.
I want to see the list. I'm begging you to see the truth.
I asked you and I told you I would need a minute to pull up a cohesive list. I have a list of all 50
I described the
states
Phillies'
right
struggles
now.
for a full 3 minutes. You didn't give me the list. I'm
we have
trying
to,
here.
We have to put a stop to this now because I don't want to fight anymore. I have to go to South Carolina.
I didn't know we were fighting.
I know. Well, no, it's just that she'll be here a while. It's like I'm just like over it. It's annoying.
Well, Kiana, find the list.
No,
It bothers you because you know there's no list.
No, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at an entire list of
Show
about a fucking million bills that I can't show you.
Why?
That I just read some off, and you just fucking like
No, you
went
read
nuts at me.
one confusing thing off that
No,
talks
no,
about.
it wasn't confusing. That's because I don't have the article that puts it succinctly as far as because we were not going to discuss this. I'm sorry I brought up that Harvey Milk shouldn't have been taken off the goddamn ship. Okay? It's bullshit. You know it. You know it.
It's
but
not.
You are Trump good no matter what Trump does.
Trump
that's
didn't
fine.
have anything to do
Right.
with it. That was the military's
Right.
decision.
But under I'm just saying, I don't dislike Trump. Okay, but you're expecting me to produce this fucking article that I don't have, and I have a map and a whole thing. We'll talk about it the next time. What do you say? And then I will fight you on this until you fucking understand what I'm talking about.
What are you
Fair?
talking about?
Is that no?
All
I'm
I'm
not-
saying
not
is
anything.
cut and
No.
dried.
No.
Gay people have the same rights as straight people.
No,
Men
well,
have the same
okay.
rights as women.
Why
That's
are
the beauty of this country.
why are there bills that are changing the rights for LGBTQ people?
They're not changing
There
the rights.
there are bills, tons of them.
There
I'm
are
looking
not-
at it right now.
None of them have
I'm
passed.
looking at it right now.
Have any of them passed?
Yeah, plenty.
What rights have they lost?
I'm telling you that we need to table this.
By the way,
Then I
Push-Up
will-
says
then
it's
I will-
the ACLU list.
Then I will show you. Okay, good. So interrupt me. That's fine.
I'm just trying to help you.
It's gonna ACLU list. Okay.
American Civil Liberties Union. Look at me. I know abbreviations. I know you're trying to stump me, Push-Ups.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
All right, we won't.
It annoys me.
I'm sorry it annoys you, baby.
No, I don't need to be told like, yeah, she'll be here a while. Suck my dick. You're
All right.
You're dumb. Okay.
But you didn't find it.
I found it. I can't decipher. Okay. I cannot decipher literally. I would call this. This is just Texas. I'd call it 100 different fucking. Well, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And those are 24, 25. Those are just the ones highlighted out of all the way down to S. Okay. All the way down to S. Okay. So
Like
over
SSS.
a fucking 100 fucking bills that have been put into place since Trump has been in office. Okay. If
In
you want to
Texas.
turn a blind eye to the fact that maybe he doesn't even fucking, he just signed something. If you want to turn a blind eye to it and say that that's not happening, and Harvey Milk's ship for no reason being renamed isn't a fucking poignant fact that there's no reason to take his name off of that ship. There isn't. And if you think that there isn't at least,
I told you the reason I
if
believe.
you think that there isn't at least a little bit of a shift, you just farted, right?
What's that? No,
Did
the
you-
chair did that.
The chair. Okay.
I'm not Garrett and Steve. I'm
You
never
just
good at
farted.
farting live.
If you think that there isn't at least a little bit of a fucking shift and you want to turn a blind
Yeah,
eye
that's
to
all
it,
in
then that's
Texas,
fine.
by the way.
I have a whole map of it. Would you like me to read how many are in? Okay, this is all Texas. You can click on it.
Click on it. I'd love to see it.
Let's look at Alabama. All right, Alabama, SB2. Okay, let's see.
I had
How
two
many?
cigars today. That was a bad idea.
Oh my God. I mean, the list goes on and fucking on and on and on. So if you think that there's nothing happening, and I'll prepare it for you for next Saturday. How's that sound? Okay.
Why
and
can't
then
you
we
just
can
show it to us now?
Because I don't know exactly which ones are, or exactly what I'm reading. But
Okay.
I'm saying this is a list a map of the U.S. with each state telling you where LGBTQ rights are being rolled back on, whether it went through or not, whether it went through or not, or what's in the works. And you cannot tell me that nothing has transpired. You cannot
Nothing has
tell me that.
transpired. Like there could be stuff in the works, but we live in America, and I would like to believe if these things are against gay people, they will not be passed. And I don't even think they'll be brought to the table if they're against gay people.
Well, they're being brought to the table.
What's that?
They're being brought to the table.
I don't know what's being brought to the table. The one you read, and I'll be the first to admit it, like there was a lot of words in there. I don't pretend to know politics. It sounds like those are it sounds like those are the law. Like that's why I do the show with Pete, because I say, is this what's going on? And a lot of times I'm right, but I talk with people that know it. You know what I mean? And sometimes I'm right, more often than not lately, because I'm not an idiot. But what I'm saying is the best I could make out from that one you read, it's like, I think it's that, like today, the law, Trump, the law got passed.
Would you rather me prepare it for you for next time? Or do you want to just let's just surmise?
I don't care either way.
No, I'm
just playing off the fact that you said there are a lot of laws passed against gay people or something. I'm like,
no, I
didn't
say that. I said
I
said you're crazy if you think. I'm not saying Trump's bad. I'm saying I'm looking at it
Trump's
and
great. I'm saying Trump's not bad. I'm saying Trump's great.
I'm saying I'm looking at it. I don't have this prepared to you to show you exactly which ones went through, but they are going. People are passing these fucking bills, or not passing them. They're at least making the bills, and some have been passed. They have been.
Name one that's been passed.
I can't, Gino, or else it'll take me too long
to read the bill that was passed.
I just tried to read one to you, and you went, or I just tried to read.
You did read one. I'm like, as best I can.
And you don't know what you're talking about.
I said, as best I can tell, that goes against, like, that protects children.
Okay. Well, so I'd rather do. Let's not go with as best as I can tell. Let's talk about it next time.
All right.
Correct. Cool.
Yeah.
Any closing
I mean, if
thoughts?
you think the bill that's like, sorry, no more transgender in women's sports,
but you don't even know. You don't even know if that's what we were fucking reading. So
I didn't say I knew. I said if you were saying
right, but I wasn't. So we
right.
Need
but
to
I'm
look
like,
into
watch this.
it.
What do you
we
think?
Need to look into
what do you think
it.
of what do you think of biological men and women's sports?
We need to look into it. We
I'm
need
asking
to look
you,
into it.
I'm asking you.
Now you're like, what do I think about people that are born male in sports? No, I don't think that's great. I don't think that's what we were fucking reading. So wouldn't you rather know what we're talking about and looking at than just like surmising right now?
Surmising what?
I tried to read it to you, and you went out. You know as best as I. Right. Exactly.
I said as best I can guess.
I told you. I can guess. Right. So it's not happening at all. I'll say it again. I'm like, as best I can guess. This is the bill that protects children when they say no, they don't have, they don't have to report to their parents. The schools have to. That's the best I could have guessed with all those fucking fancy law words that go over my head. Okay, great. So why can't we just talk about it next time?
We can. But that gives you another week to hope they pass a law against gay people, which they haven't.
All right. Anyway, 1 million Kiki bucks for everyone here. I'm over it. It's going to take her a while.
A week, apparently.
No, I'd rather be prepared and know what I'm fucking talking about. But no, you just can't. You no matter what Trump does.
Bing, bing, boom. What did he do? What did he do wrong?
No matter what Trump does.
What don't you like that Trump's done?
No matter what the administration, no matter how many points I prove about how ridiculous it is that Harvey Milk name was taken off of that ship.
You brought up a lot of points, but neither of us proved anything. We brought up a lot of opinions.
No, it's my opinion that it's ridiculous. And think
that's
it's
fine. I never said you're wrong. I said this is why I think they did it.
No, and if you can't see the bigger picture of it, then that's okay. That's okay.
I see the bigger picture. I don't think.
No, you don't.
I'll tell you.
If you think it's like he wasn't a war hero, so fuck him.
No, I didn't say so. Fuck him.
There's plenty of fucking military ships. Okay.
I literally did the groundwork and found things that were given to him that he certainly deserved. Groundwork. I Googled
3 words, Harvey Milk building. But I looked that up and I love that. I mean, I could say if I was sitting there like, why does he even get that? These are beautiful things. He's earned it. This is America.
Yeah, but it means nothing that they just took him off of the ship for no reason.
I didn't say it means nothing. I said I see why they did it.
What does it mean?
What's that?
What does it mean?
It means that we should be having ships in the war fucking that reflect great warriors. He was not a great warrior. He was a gay naval guy.
He's a great warrior. 1 million Kiki bucks for everyone who stuck by. And we'll see you next week. I'll be in South Carolina I'll be in South Carolina tomorrow, where there is no longer a statue of John C. Calhoun. Okay?
Guy loves slavery.
Apparently.
How much can we buy that statue?
Goodbye, everyone.
Would look great on my.
Say the most racist, untoward words. That one is just so untoward.
Very untoward of me.
It's quite untoward. That was a bit untoward.
Something untoward.
No, fully untoward.
Very untoward.
That's untoward.
God damn it.
Which, in and of itself, is very untoward.
Very untoward.